through a lot lately. I mean, you know, a lot on a nigga mind. I just sometimes gotta go outside and smoke this weed and just look. For too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain. Look, for too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain, my nigga. For too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain. Look, for too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain, my nigga. Stressing out on the daily, bro, I ain't feeling right. Magnesium and medication just to sleep at night. Still battling with them demons, gotta proceed to fight. Surrounded by darkness, thank God that I seen the light. I fight with alcoholism, I went to rehab twice. So when I politely decline a shot, I'm being nice. I'm trying to get this fucking money, I don't need advice. Life's a gamble, stakes is high, I'm about to roll the dice. I miss all of my niggas that's gone, and they ain't coming back. Didn't even get one last conversation, how did it come to that? Can't see him falling down my eyes, make the song cry. Smoking in the rain, make it wash away the pain. I've been staring at the sky these days, looking for answers. Too old to be playing it safe, gotta take chances. Every day I'm working to upgrade these circumstances. So every time it rains, I'm rolling a Mary Jane. For too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain. Look, for too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain, my nigga. For too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain. Look, for too long I've been holding in the pain, but it ain't crying if you smoking in the rain, my nigga.
It ain't crying if you're smoking in the rain. Sometimes I smoke just to ease my pain. Let it fall, let it fall. Smoking in the rain, just to ease my pain.
He's about to start the show. You ready?
Got me smoking in the rain.
Alright, drop the thing. Go. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh shit, Doboy, this my live on. Yeah. Oh, on caffeine. And YouTube. And Facebook. This your morning cup of dough. This'll get you going when you're moving slow. When you at shouty, hit the chat. Tell me what you know. I'm the fact checker with the slaps. Can you be for real? I've been wildin' out to show you what the deal. This your morning cup of dough. Get you going when you're moving slow. When you at shouty, hit the chat. Tell me what you know. I'm the fact checker with the slaps. Can you be for real? I've been wildin' out to tell you what the deal. This your morning cup of dough.
Live from Los Angeles, California. You are now tuned in to the Morning Cup of Doe Morning Show. I am your host, Doboy. I am joined by my homeboy, Dae One.
Oh yeah.
I am joined by my other homeboy, Whydbee. He's a weirdo looking nigga with a funny looking breakfast sandwich, but he's hungry and that nigga needs to eat. And we know that you could have been anywhere in the world today, but you chose to be here with us. So what we gon' do is reciprocate and give you the best energy we can give you on a Thursday, which is our Friday, cause this is the Cup of the Morning, Cup of Doe Morning Show. And you already know, Shannon Sharp said he went live on accident. I'm like, nigga, no. You know what you did, big bro.
Yep.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Nigga, you just fucked up the goddamn it.
Your guest came in and it was great.
Damn it! Who's that?
Your guest.
Damn it!
My bad, I was away for 2 seconds.
Okay. Is she here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
We'll bring her
she
in
came
a
in
second.
right.
We'll bring her in 1 second. Round of applause. I executed that landing.
You did a good job, buddy.
I did. We're getting better.
Yeah.
As a team and as a unit. First, I want to talk about first things first.
First things first.
Well, actually, let's bring the guest in. Okay.
Please.
Are you ready? She ready?
Yeah, she's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the next guest coming. Oh, no, wait, I got to give you the proper introduction, ma'am.
He said,
God damn.
He's going to intro you.
All right, so the next guest coming to the Morning Cup of Doe Morning Show. She's an amazing comedian. She has a dope podcast out. She has an amazing point of view when she's on stage. Mm-hmm. She's super funny, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her if you don't already know who she is. Start clapping right now for Fatima! Hey, Fatima. That's your seat, Fatima. There's some headphones for you. Fatima, 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 I like the hair. I like the outfit.
Thank you.
I like what you got going on here today.
Okay.
Is there anything that we can get for you? Want some water or anything? You straight? Can we get her a water, please?
We can get her a water. I'll be right back.
Anything else?
I'm good.
We got a donut in there, Glaze. You want a donut?
To your right a little bit there.
I'm not gonna eat no.
Can I wait? Can I what?
Ryan,
I was talking today.
Okay.
talking to me.
Okay, so you said you don't want a donut? What's wrong
I
with
like these
that?
glasses on you though.
Thank you. Does it look like I read books?
You look smart.
That was the desired effect. Right? Oh, you
I
thought
think
that?
you look smart.
I do, because I am reading books. I'm not reading them. I'm
You
listening to
said
them.
books?
Yeah, audio books.
Oh.
Currently
You're
doing
not, that's not reading.
You're reading audiobooks?
Okay, let's be honest.
I'm reading hella books.
Well, I'm absorbing the information is what's happening. But the thing
Taking it
is,
in.
I don't know what it is, but the older I've gotten, I can't process information reading it. I can.
You got ADHD?
I think I do, because
I got it.
I'll read it and then I'll be like, what the fuck did I just read?
Reading
But
comprehension.
if you,
Oh, that's
but if I hear it, I'm like, oh, I heard what you said. But versus me reading it, and I'm supposed to retain it. But if it's like a entertainment book, I guess I can kind of paint the world in my mind and follow it along.
Could be ADHD.
Nigga read Harry Potter.
I don't know what it is.
Because then ADHD people be like, we don't like the way this set up. We gonna make it.
So you have ADHD.
I have it.
Can you tell me a little bit about? Are you cool talking about it? You like talking about it?
No.
What is it?
talk
What is it? What does the AD and the HD stand for? Is it attention deficit hold on disorder?
Hyperactivity disorder.
So what does it mean? So it means that it's harder for you to focus and then easier.
Well, everybody has different symptoms.
Okay.
Some people have it where it's hard for them to focus. They can't really like comprehend well.
Okay.
Because in conversations they leave and they come back.
And like, you mean mentally?
Yeah.
So like you're sitting there like,
And then all of a sudden they might think of something else and then come back to your conversation. So they hear bits and pieces.
They check out.
They check out.
I
Or
might.
some people have it. ADHD is connected with bad memory. So you can go into a room and not remember why you're there because your brain told you to do something else.
Damn.
Whoa, that's got to be scary.
It is. You know, I have a different form of ADHD though.
What's the form that you got? Is it a little bit milder?
No, it's super high. The thing is I had it since I was 12. I was diagnosed at 12.
Okay.
And my mother didn't want to put me on medication because at the time where I was growing up, it was like Ritalin.
Okay.
So I didn't get on that. So she trained me to have organization.
Wait,
so
round of
I'm trained a
applause for
little
mom. Because I fight against medicine. Because I just recently got off some medicine, so I'm very like. So what did the medicine make you feel? So you never just took it back then at all?
No, but I do take it now.
Okay.
I take it now. But back then I didn't take it. So when I got older and I started really noticing the ADHD, like I really have it bad. Like on stage, I would forget my like set.
Wait.
Or my mind would be like,
Really?
kid it, we think this is funny. We finna do something else. It would be a good set, but I'd be like, we working on this, brain. Why did we go up there and talk about that lady? So it,
Wow. So you would
yeah.
be on stage and forget the bit.
Yeah.
How did
I had that happen to me a lot.
Like, what do you do? What do you do? Do you address it on stage? Like, oh shit, y'all.
No, I wouldn't, because at the time I was embarrassed by it. Where I'd be
Right.
like, "Oh shit, okay." So I would have a moment of freezing. So I would just go on what I was doing, and since I was naturally funny, nobody would know. But I would get off the stage being like, "Nigga, you ain't never gonna get this set done."
You've been
ain't
working on
never
this
gonna
5
make it.
minutes for 5 years, nigga.
Exactly.
No, I totally understand, because like
Exactly.
I've just like recently started to have to like confront like the mental health stuff. Like I was diagnosed bipolar, during the pandemic, and so that was just like a jarring.
during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was just.
I want to know.
It was a very jarring experience for me because I already was suffering with the alcoholism.
Okay.
And alcoholism wasn't something that I was used to dealing with because I knew it was on both the sides of my family growing
Right.
up young, and there was just a lot of trauma there.
Hereditary.
So even like young, I was just like, nigga, get that shit away. Do you see what it did
Right,
to Uncle
yeah.
Sammy? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're like, I
nigga,
already
don't
know.
sipping that shit. So I never really drank in the crazy shit though, but when I was dealing with a lot of childhood trauma, because I had a very hectic childhood.
I did too.
And so the food was the thing for me. So I was
Comfort.
Hence Doughboy, but that ended up having me 486 pounds by the
Yeah.
time I was 34. You know what I'm saying? And the messed up part was it was almost like the obesity was rewarding my career because
'Cause it
the
was
bigger
the-
I got, the bigger the career got.
Right.
And I thought that I needed the two. Nobody ever told me that, but I was like, I'm Doughboy, so I'm not anyone without this
Right.
fat character I've created. And I thought it
Ooh,
was
I wanna
attached to
tap
the
into
money.
your brain so
you know what I'm saying?
bad.
So I thought it was attached to the money, and so it's really hard to kind of remove yourself or try to
No,
think
this
that
is
you're getting
congratulations.
healthy.
No,
But
I'm like,
suffered
I'm in
from it,
awe
though.
of you right now.
But thank you. I appreciate
No,
that.
comics don't never be breaking down mental
No,
health.
like,
They just be crazy and be like,
nah.
it's okay.
Yeah, no, I had to really
I
deal
love
with this
this for
shit. And
you.
so I had never, even when I didn't never start drinking until I moved to LA. I'm from Sacramento, right? And so then I was here, I was lonely, I was by myself, and
Yeah,
it just
is
felt
a very lonely.
Yeah, and so it was just like, but then I kind of knew because of this shit that's in my family, and these are people that I don't talk to because I don't have close relationships with either side. I just know there's addiction and mental health on both ends, but it's really difficult when you're, in your 30s and you can't talk to another man about what you can expect based on your DNA. You're just guessing, like, I think I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
So what made you like go and actually?
No, it was bad.
To find out if you were bipolar.
No, so it was bad because it was during the pandemic and I was just tweaking for real. Like I couldn't sleep. I remember I kept walking around in my apartment and I hadn't left and I had all these great ideas. And I kept writing them down. I had this whiteboard.
Were you always like that though?
No, I mean sometimes, but not like.
But let me tell you though, it's this tricky thing. They be real quick to tell black people they bipolar, and that'd be a miss.
No, but this is what I'm
Don't
telling
get
you.
mixed.
No, but no. Let me tell you, it's a deep rabbit hole. So let me tell you. So
that's why I'm like, was it something happening?
No, I had a crazy childhood. A lot of things. You know what I'm saying that I've dealt with, and maybe
that's the only way you gonna know.
Yes,
as a kid, you had to do the same thing.
The
pacing, the waking up in the middle of the night.
That I don't want to say. Okay, this is the honest truth about it. I always had a problem sleeping my entire life, but I thought it was because I was a creative. Because that's what just people tell. Like, because I used to grow up like hearing different entertainers and be like, I don't sleep. Forget sleep. Sleep. Like even Steve Harvey would say shit like that. Like,
I don't think they mean it like that.
I know, but I and maybe it was just me being dramatic.
Oh no, they mean it like that.
Like I don't need sleep.
I mean, they saying hustle, but I don't think
right. But like even Steve Harvey would be like, what you need 8 hours of sleep for? Rest, nigga.
You gotta have a creative brain.
I have to have it. So I'm just thinking I can't sleep because I'm creative and my thoughts never stop. So maybe that was happening. And then when I kind of look back over my life, I can kind of look at different instances like, like I was married for 84 days. So I'm like,
not 84 days.
What was I doing there? Like, and then just different situations where I'm like, maybe the behavior was ever, was questionable, but it was never no violence, never been arrested, never nothing.
Okay. That's what I was gonna say.
Never hurt myself, never hurt anybody.
Disorder.
Right. So it's like sometimes I just would be happy. Sometimes I'll be. I just
like I was telling you, with ADHD is different forms. You could have a different form
of whatever. So, but back to when I found out. So. Then I start struggling with alcohol after I get weight loss surgery in 2015, and I have what they call transfer of addiction. So then it's, I'm addicted to food, obviously. That gets me to 486. Now they cut my stomach. Nigga, you can't eat no more. I can drink, though. Give me the bottle.
That's what you said?
Yeah, I told them that. Give it to me.
Though.
Mind your business. Give this. So then I ended up just, the microwave version of it. Ended up in rehab 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then the second time that I went, it stuck. And I had been sober for like 939 days. So then this takes us to the pandemic.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm currently a year sober. So shit happened after that night. Yeah. But so what happened was, what happened was, you know what I'm saying? I was just acting abnormally, saying things that were just, and I was talking about her, like I was like, man, I don't really want to be here, like, kind of like suicidal.
That's part of it.
And so it was a lot. So then my friends were just starting to get concerned. Yeah. And then somebody was just like, yo, man, are you drinking again? That's what he asked. He was like, are you drinking again? I'm like, no, I'm not drinking again. He was like, well, if you're not, then it was never alcohol in the first place because you're acting like you used to act when you were drunk.
Oh, that's because now you're figuring that out.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, well, all right. And so he's like, well, maybe we should get you to some people that can talk to you about this.
So you saw a psychiatrist?
I went to a psych ward. I went to the place.
Okay.
I went to
they locked you
ward.
up?
No. I was cool. I didn't get no 51. It was a voluntary. Okay. Hey, let's have this conversation, and that was another.
But you got to get a psychiatrist. I had to get a psychiatrist.
I went to a psych. Yeah. So it was a psych. I had to go to the psych ward though because at this time and some of the things that I was saying, it could have been like, nigga, are you going to be okay? Are you going to hurt yourself? Let's go have the conversation. So then when I had the conversation, and I thought like if you get diagnosed as bipolar, then they're going to like take your blood or do something.
No,
they talk
I had a
to
scare this year where I thought I could have been. I had like a run-in with somebody that turned out kind of wild, and then they was like, you bipolar, and
that guy slit you.
Well, no. Well, you know how you date a man and you really like love him type shit, and then anything he say, you believe it. You be like, hey, maybe I was really that wrapped up with that, so I had believed it. Anyway, I had did my diligence after that situation, and I got a psychiatrist, and I thought I was bipolar, and we went through all these things, and I was just like, bipolar and ADHD have very similar like symptoms. But way she asked me that was like to determine that I wasn't bipolar was, did you have these same type of things that just occurred in your childhood? Now, I didn't, but here's the tea. In ADHD, there's this thing called ADHD rage. I have a really quick temper.
You want to fire on somebody.
It's always been a problem for me throughout my entire youth. And when the situation with me and this person had got into it, I like went all the way off. And I was like, oh, and I thought like, oh, maybe a bitch is bipolar. Because I turned up. But the psychiatrist was like, the pattern of your life, of you like really telling us like your childhood, it doesn't give bipolar, it gives ADHD rage. It gives you've had from childhood, you always be fighting. You always quick to be, it's no in between.
Right.
And so she was like, that's the irritation and where you need the medication in, because I have emotional dysregulation.
That's why like mental health is such a.
It's deeper than what people think.
Because this is the thing. So let me just. So then, I go in right, and it was just such a scary thing because I have.
It is when you find out you like, oh shit, nigga, I'm weird.
I have mental health. I have mental health on both sides of the family. So I'm going in there like, I know I got something. Like I just
knew
like
something
I know.
was off.
And so I go in there, and it's maybe like a 40-minute conversation. Like, you're really bipolar. You didn't know? I'm like, no.
A lot of people don't know.
But this was
they are.
And this was the thing though. So it was a very scary moment because I'm just like, you're gonna have to take medicine for the rest of your life. Like, and they were just kind of explaining to me.
Yeah.
But this is the weird thing, right? And now I'm starting to add the more research because I've just educated myself on it a lot lately.
Tap me in.
Right. And so it's like they're starting to find ties with bipolarism and alcoholism.
Oh yeah.
So this becomes the thing.
It is.
Once I find out I'm bipolar, then it was just kind of like a shell shock, and then really life-altering things were happening to me at the time. Like, Teddy Ray passes away. This is one of my best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't know how to, and so then I'm just losing my shit. I'm drinking all the time. Then they're putting me on different medications, throwing like.
And you gotta go like a lab rat in the beginning.
Like,
you do.
Are you okay? Like,
let me tell you.
like,
First and
drooling
foremost,
a lot.
my first 2 weeks on ADHD medicine, I was like, "Oh, bitch, let me call my mama. Am I a crack baby?
Nigga, shit was.
What is this?"
And then like I was getting put on.
10.
I was getting put on like the heavy shit. They was putting me on like Seroquel and shit. I'm like
that. Yeah.
I gained it, and so this is another part of the fucked up mental part of it.
It's hard.
I had already dealt with all of these things and losing because I used to be 480, so then I got down to 250, and so then I get down, and so I'm already processing just. Because I'm
like, can I heal already from the other shit?
Because that's hard enough. I'm 250, but I'm still 480 in my mind.
In your mind,
like I just got surgery. I'm eating too much food and throwing up on accident because I can't regulate it.
Your mind hasn't caught up to
and
that.
And my mind just wants something to make whatever internal pain and stop it. And then, long story short, going through all the like getting different medicines over like the last couple of years, and then finally coming to the conclusion last year on my birthday, August 21st, was like, I don't know all this shit, but I know I can't drink.
What's your sign?
Leo.
August 21st.
August 21st.
Oh, okay. I
What are
like you. I'm an Aquarius.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
When's your
I fuck
birthday?
with you. February 17th.
February 17th.
I'm at the cusp, but my brother is a Leo. We get along.
Hey, us Leos are good people.
Yeah, y'all
we're
fuck with
leaders.
y'all.
We're extremely sensitive.
Y'all are.
I cry at rom-coms in the good parts.
Y'all are. But y'all also.
You said that like you said that like
I
you
mean,
cry at
y'all
movies.
kind of are.
Do you cry at movies?
I'd be crying over shit.
What's the last movie you cried at? That wasn't the sad part. Like
that wasn't the sad part.
Like I cried when Will Smith got the job in Pursuit of Happiness.
Hey,
everybody cried at that. There's no way. We all done felt that.
Like, for
at
real.
Some point.
You want to know what movie? I remember what movie I was trying to. Last time we asked this question, it was one movie. I was like, as soon as it started, I was like, oh no,
What?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, I haven't
Why
seen
was
that.
you crying at that?
I'm not gonna spoil it,
Wow.
but nigga, the moment the movie starts, you're like, brother.
Right.
I cried at the beginning. I cried at the beginning of Up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Okay. I was like, I don't watch it. I cried real hard at Inside Out too.
Oh, I
haven't watched that.
Don't even hang it.
I haven't watched it yet.
I was with my daughter.
You did too.
I watched it with That's happened to the thing.
I have no idea.
It's back. Oh.
Are we
Yeah.
back?
It
Yeah,
was
we're
so on point.
I think that
when
was-
anxiety showed up,
Oh, yeah.
baby,
Oh.
I said, that's it for
That
me.
was such a well-written movie. Funny. It'd be a
wild.
kid movie, but it'd be for the adults.
It'd be real serious.
And shout out
for
to you
sure.
for having dope conversations about mental health. Round of applause.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Everybody don't be want to talk about that shit.
I think it's important.
Niggas be looking at me like I should be embarrassed because I got diagnosed with. I'm like,
everybody
nigga,
in the industry.
you know
crazy.
somebody with this shit. Or
By the
Yeah.
time we start checking the boxes,
I wanted to ask you because Fatima, you said something. You said you had emotional something.
dysregulation.
What is that?
I grew up with it. Now that I'm aware of it, I'm like, damn, bitch, emotional dysregulation is normal with ADHD, and it's also in bipolar disorder, which our brains don't receive emotions the same. and we don't know how to express them the same. So when we get frustrated, that's where the ADHD rage comes in. So if you dating somebody that you are constantly trying to express your emotions to and they don't get it, you're going to get frustrated. Instead of explaining, you might smack some shit off the table. Like you gotta know. And if you don't have a medication that helps you calm down, like where it doesn't take you to
10.
The next level too fast, like regular motions for people just go regular. People that don't have that, it's just like, oh, this one didn't work. Now we got to go here. So that's what it is.
Do you be trusting the meds to work? I have a
they work.
I have a love-hate
work.
relationship with it because one of the medications that they put me on, it had me gaining like 100 pounds in like 2 years.
Is it depression meds?
Bipolar meds.
Like I think it might be having. I think those.
No,
are
it was
really
that.
hard.
They told me it's
Those
gonna
are
make you
hard.
gain weight. And,
yeah, those are hard.
And possibly self-harm and it's bad for
Those
your
are.
kidneys.
I'll be honest with people.
Yeah, it's bad
I don't
for your
know if
organs.
Doctors tell you this.
They tell me. They be honest,
Okay.
too honest sometimes.
Depression meds are hard.
Yeah.
They are not easy.
Yes.
Anybody that is taking them is down for the challenge.
I'm telling you, like,
I ain't
listen,
mad at you.
there was a point in my life, and I'm not proud of this, and I don't ever suggest anybody do this, and I didn't understand how harmful it was. But there was a point where I was getting drunk and taking my meds.
Well, they make you think that in the beginning. They don't work in the beginning. They
I'm like, I want to feel the shit.
They make it worse, and then eventually you get it used to.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just, but what I have learned
It's
is that I do all the, and I'm curious to say what your thoughts are on this. While I do understand that maybe sometimes the medicine is necessary, I understand the natural shit is also necessary too. So like I make sure I get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night.
I'm
like,
into my sleep.
I gotta
turn
get
up about my
sunshine.
sleep.
I have to get at least like 30 minutes of exercise, and I slack on that all the time. But that my doctor told me that was more for my mental health than my physical health. Like
now,
just
I
go
was
outside
doing that
and walk.
prior. Now I was doing this prior. Now I'm gonna throw this in there. I was doing this prior. I had knew that I had ADHD. I just wasn't on meds. I took the meds after the situation.
Right.
But what I learned that you also have to be conscious when you know what you have. You have to be careful on who you surround yourself with.
That's 100%.
Because here's one thing I learned. If you know you got issues and you in therapy and you doing your meds and you getting healed, you can't go hang around unhealed people.
You can't.
There you go.
It's a fact.
If you go be dating somebody who ain't did the same type of work as you, 9 times out of 10, you gonna revert back to who you was prior.
Shit.
So
Exactly.
to me, with that situation, it was like you knew he was a crackhead, and you knew you was on crack before,
and you chose,
and you wasn't on it no more, but you chose to hang out over at the crack house.
We are all,
and
just
now you back
Now
on
you
crack.
back on that crack.
And then he told me something. Well, what you doing? Like you brought us here, and I'm like, nah. After it was all said and done, like, bitch, that was your fault. You should have been there.
Nah, and I feel you on that. And I just feel like even like with just the more, with the natural things, like even cleaning up my diet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Even like, because I stopped taking some because I was on 2 medications. I got off like one of them, and then so I'm really trying to like push towards getting off. And then I just started losing weight.
Yeah.
Just because
but
I wasn't taking the meds.
It's all a balance.
You have to do all the
Eating,
shit.
Working out,
and that's what I think.
meditation.
And that's why I'm like, if nothing else, this diagnosis, whether it was, because now at this point, my doctor's even like, either you're keeping this really glued up when you're around me, or we may need to look for a second opinion because you're not demonstrating.
That's why I was like, you sure it ain't
behavior.
ADHD?
It might be. Because
they always do that
the
real
only thing we
quick.
predicated this off of was when I went into that psych ward and I was just tripping. I get it.
But it's also in ADHD, it's normal to have anxiety and depression.
Yeah. And
it don't never leave. But so that's what I'm saying. Like if you get on ADHD meds, you might fuck around and be regular and not even need.
That's what I might need.
See, I don't take depression
Wanna try
meds.
some?
Once I got on ADHD meds, it got regular.
Yeah,
Everything
I have
went to
ADHD.
normal.
Okay, I might need. Maybe I need to.
Because it's the same stuff.
Right, because that's what I deal with. And that's what I'm saying, but I never had like I was never like tripping or just being like, yo, I was just.
The creative bug is also in ADHD real heavy.
Yeah.
We rapidly think of ideas really fast.
That's why I talk fast. And I be like,
Exactly.
And when I told somebody like this the other day, I was like, sometimes when I talk, I feel like it's like Black Friday at Walmart.
You
like,
should check.
It's a
I
lot
feel like you're
trying to
more
come out.
ADHD than
I think it
bipolar.
is.
I don't know.
I think it is.
They always say that though because it's
know.
really similar. It
Right.
truly is.
Man, and mental health is just, and that's what I'm saying. Doctors be practicing medicine. That's literally what it means. They're like, they don't know.
I did some research though, because
Talk
I was
to
like, they not gonna give me no bullshit. I found this lady in Atlanta called Dr. Marks. You can find her on YouTube, y'all, if y'all want to look her up.
Okay.
She does talk about a lot of Black mental health and how we get misdiagnosed a lot.
Right.
And she talks about how people can misdiagnose bipolar and ADHD. If you watch her video, you'll be like, oh, let me
Put me
go get
on.
another opinion, because she talks about it really heavy, and it's a different because in our gene as African Americans is a little different than other people.
Okay.
So keep in mind that.
We gotta talk offline, man. You gotta put me on.
We do,
I need the information. Round of applause
Y'all
for substantial mental health conversations.
Gotta do
now
it.
let's get to the bullshit though. Have
Gotta
you
do
seen
it.
what's going on with Shannon Sharp?
Nigga,
Fuck is going on?
let me tell you.
Hold on, wait. I want us to watch. So we already know
Yes.
what he did on live, but I want you to hear what he said
I saw the interview.
Oh, you seen it?
I watched it today.
Okay, we Whydbee.
Yeah.
Pin it in the chat so you guys can go watch it. But we already seen.
I watched it.
Okay,
Okay.
I probably have one of the most ridiculous takes on Shannon Sharp, and it's probably not going to sound nice.
That's
but
what
it
I
needs
was
to be-
thinking too. I
think
want to
it's
hear
just-
yours first.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause
So
mine
we
was
all
like,
know.
oh, shit.
Okay. Let me get the camera, Whydbee. Can we? Thanks, sir. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, do we got one? Do you smoke? Do you don't smoke?
I do, but I don't like smoking around people. I'm a
Alright.
paranoid bitch.
Really?
Yes.
So you smoke alone?
I like smoking.
I used to
alone.
drink alone.
I can't drink alone anymore.
That's what I knew. I
See,
had
that's
a
what I'm
problem.
saying. You ADHD nigga, go
When
get your meds. I don't even drink.
When I
I don't
smoke
even
alone,
drink.
I get
swear,
paranoid.
this is the true thing. I had borderline a drinking problem before my ADHD meds. I would always need wine to make me feel normal.
I used to
would
drink-
always.
I used to drink.
I don't even drink like that.
I used to drink
now.
a fifth.
What
a
are you,
night.
suburban white woman?
17
Right,
shots.
I am a suburban white woman dude now.
I used to drink 17 shots out the fifth.
I
Don't
used
ask
to be
how
a drinker. I could get down with the best.
Yeah, ask Dae One. He used to.
Now I'll be chilling.
Yeah, I don't drink at all. I haven't had a drink.
Watch how that shit you taking. You finna be like, nigga, it's
You
limited.
got to put me on.
So though you gotta go
Clear.
back.
You
So,
finna be
so
clear.
though she telling you to go back and get rechecked.
I think you do.
Oh, that was already a plan.
Because we already know.
Unless you tell me some other shit off camera
Yeah, 'cause
later.
he definitely already has a level of OCD.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's-
If I'm
'cause
talking
'cause
and I
look,
hear sound,
he can count letters
letters and
in
words.
We
words.
finna have you on our pod.
No,
He got
I used
you
to-
on the-
I used to-
Me and my homegirl, she got the OCD, I got the ADHD. You finna learn.
No, he-
Yeah, we were just talking
He
the
can
other
really do
day,
it.
and I told them that I was like, yeah, as a kid, I used to count letters and words, and I never knew why I did it.
Give him a word.
We looked it up, and it was
Give him a word.
mean-
Give him a word. Tell him a word.
He got the internet.
Okay.
Give him a word. Any word.
Any word. Expectation.
I think 11.
Spell how many?
It's 10. It's 10. No, it is 11. It is
how many
11.
letters
But no, wait, no.
Is it?
Somebody spell
Is it?
EXPECTATIONS 12. I was one off.
Well, close. I was like, you know,
But I used to do weird shit like that, and I never knew it. And I used to eat
that's
that.
autism, my nigga.
How many letters in
That's-
all?
You just
Somebody said too, yeah.
real, you just real smart over here.
But I can rap good.
Yeah,
and
I be
play
looking at all
drums.
this shit up. Autism, ADHD, all that shit. These
And that's
niggas-
why I was just like, I
low
can't
key,
be.
you just a smart person in a city of weird people.
Hey, I like that.
No, if you really look it up,
Yeah.
autism and ADHD, bipolar, it just be like, oh, people
You know,
that just
the
don't
thing-
be really wanting to do weird shit like with everybody else.
This is the thing that I didn't
We just
like.
wanna
This
do
is
something else when we wanna do it.
This is the one thing that I didn't like about being diagnosed as bipolar, and it made me angry, was that people made me feel like it was something to be ashamed of, and I didn't like that.
That's because, and
I
I ain't trying to
genuinely
fight
was ashamed
nobody.
of it. I was like,
But I've been talking
Don't
about
tell
this on
anybody.
my own page. That's because we have a lot of work to do in the black community when
Yeah.
it comes to mental health.
it does. And
Okay,
it's
I'm not
serious.
mad at y'all, but we are a little like nervous on things that we don't understand.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I've really, like, and it's hurt my feelings sometimes because I've told like people that I've known for like 10, 12 years, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got diagnosed as bipolar. And you can literally see it in their face, like,
Yeah,
like,
they,
nigga,
it's just that they don't.
I'm not finna
understand.
bite you, nigga. It's fine.
People
Like-
always act like that.
Niggas like I'm gonna sneeze and they gonna get sad. Like it's
Yeah.
cool, bro.
Yeah.
So cool. So we know what happened with Shannon Sharp and then what he said. Just give me your whole. Oh, you want me to go first?
Go
Yeah, you
first,
go
go
first
first,
though.
go
You go
first.
first.
Tell me.
Ooh, we.
Look at
Okay,
these
so we
outfits.
know.
I love them.
We know. Thank you. So we know. This is what we know. We know that Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna tell the totalitarian why I'm disgusted with this
Right,
nigga
it
for
was
real.
so-
I'm disgusted with him for real because he's supposed to be an OG. And if we can give you your props when you do good, then just listen to some niggas when they feel like you did some nerd shit. Like that was stupid. So this is what I didn't like in totalitarian of it. First of all, I'm gonna take it back to 72 hours before this shit happened. He was on Nightcap with his bro Ocho Cinco.
Was he?
Yes, and they were talking, and Ocho Cinco had been making a pattern of coming late to the podcast that they do live from their
Right.
homes. And while I get it, because I'm a stickler on time too, at the
Right.
same time, it's a time and a place, big dog. You sitting here in front of 30, 40,000 people talking to this man like he's a child. They be like, damn it, like just doing too much. Like,
was a lot.
yeah, he was like talking to him like he was a child. Like, and I ain't even saying you can't have that conversation, but why are you doing that shit in front of your audience? Like, respect your homeboy. So I already thought that was just like you didn't even
My
have to
thing
do
was
that.
we expected this from sis. Oops.
Oh shit! So then
I said I'm gonna go after you.
For
Go
you,
ahead.
for him to do that shit and try to embarrass his boy and be like, "You're not professional. Take your job seriously." Okay. This is the problem. Then we know he goes live. He's having sex with a chick, and so this is the because I'm a psychologist.
all in the same day, too.
I like profile
It's just
people.
like, what's
I
happening?
watch people. Like I'm a people watcher by proxy. So I'm just like.
It's called ADHD.
I think it is.
I'm diagnosed.
So I'm like, I'm watching all this shit. So my biggest thing is, okay, nigga, do we give a fuck if celebrities have sex tapes leaked? No,
Right.
nigga, it's 20.
Y'all always do.
Nobody cares. But I look at the little things because the truth is always in the details.
Right.
Why are you lying?
Something don't add up.
Because I can show you 3-4 lies right now. First of all, when it dropped, the first thing you said was my team, my account was hacked. Me and my team are working vigorously to get this fixed.
Right.
You told us when you got on live that wasn't true. So
the case.
automatically you're lying.
You already.
So now what? Would you
up. Something don't add up.
And I always tell this to my daughter, and that's why I've always had such a great relationship in raising her, because I'll just tell her straight up. We could deal with whatever you do, but if you lie, that's going to make this 100 times worse than what
now we in a bad
And then now
snowball
I
effect.
need you to never lie to me in real life, because if you get yourself in a real situation and you lying because you thinking I'm a trip, nigga, we could have got you out of whatever situation.
Whatever that was before
that lying
we got
shit
here.
is, so if you lying, I got to look at what is the motivation of a 56-year-old multimillionaire, fucking Hall of Fame football player, one of the most recognizable peoples in urban sports and sports all around. Why the fuck are you lying about this being hacked? Your account.
And you can't just accidentally go on live though. How does that work?
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna get surgical.
They
with
make
this
you
nigga.
push a lot of buttons.
I'm gonna get surgical with bruh. So you're lying. So this was not the truth. You did not get hacked, and you said it wasn't. So which was it? Were you lying then, or were you lying now? When you telling me you weren't lying, because now I have identified you lie. So then you say that. Then this was the worst. This was the most disgusting thing I ever seen. Like I'll just be honest enough to say it. The nigga gets on his live, and they are trying to
make light of it.
No, not even make. They're trying they're trying to capitalize off of it.
That's what I feel like he was doing in the first place, right?
And if that's listen, okay, so this is why I'm going to say where my disgust come from. So he gets on the show, and the first thing that he does is he's advertising a sexual, like a blue rhino type of situation.
I saw. It was
and so he's like,
happened?
I get. And so then
it was
he goes on to. Then he goes. This is a 56-year-old man with daughters.
Okay.
This is, bro. The
I
nigga
was like,
then
the
gets on
economy
there.
is really bad.
Then he gets on there.
We're in a bad spot.
Crazy.
I knew I was struggling, but when he did that, I was like, baby.
And then the nigga
I'm
goes
scared.
on to, give his apology and, whatever. I get that. But nigga, you're still lying. Because then he says this. He said, first of all, I don't even know, because now I'm gonna break down all your lies. You said that you got hacked, and you said that was a lie. So that's one lie.
I would have tried to stick with
that's
hack
lie
if I was
one.
him. I would at least stay.
I'm gonna tell you what he really
For
said.
a minute.
So that's lie one.
Yeah, at least for a
Then
day.
he said, I went into the privacy of my own home. I threw my phone on the bed, and then I went to get it in. Sir, that is a lie. There is no, and nigga, Instagram should sue him for defamation, because you're gonna have people thinking you could just throw your phone and be live. Fuck it. That ain't true, nigga.
It's also disgusting because it's just like, okay, what was that, like a month ago? They was like, oh, he be playing on the other side, and that ain't whatever.
Who cares?
Nobody really
Nobody
now.
cares.
That ain't even really cool.
Nobody cares.
Actually, it's cooler to be playing on the other side. Than it is.
Exactly, but ain't nobody. You ain't gonna lose no opportunities. If it's discovered that that's what you do. Who cares?
You straight. So that made it already for me. It was like, okay, this looked kind of like I'm doing this to kind of deflect what could be true.
Right.
So that part, and then I'm sorry, y'all.
What?
Michelle sound.
Come on, man. Like what?
Shit.
How she sound?
You know.
Wait. Did she sound like she was?
I think I got a raspy voice for a woman. I do.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying I ain't really trying to hate. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You got a little bass in your shit, cool. I feel like I do. But this bass was,
you thought it was a little extra
It
bassy?
was like, oh, it was it was definitely like
so there was something about the voice that troubled you.
It troubled me.
So
I was like, you had to listen to it again, like Michelle sound.
Oh, so this is where I was feeling. So this is where he's lying again. First of all, you can't just throw your phone and then you're live and then you're fucking and your 5.4 million people can hear you. That doesn't have. So now you're lying.
I need to ask. I think every woman wants to make her moan sound pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Did she sound like she was faking, or it sound like it was real?
Both of them was in that sound.
It was a
real
lot.
weird. I really did.
That's how you talk.
It was almost like it reminded me of when you make fun of somebody.
It sounded like they knew they had an audience.
Yeah. It was like
is that how y'all be fucking in private?
It was like a show.
It was like I want, and then it was like even at the best parts of the set, it was just okay.
But
it's weird because when I listened to him talk to Ocho, he was saying because Ocho was on his head like, bro, we got to get some cardio going. You was kind of
breathing heavy.
No, so breathing a little heavy. And then he was like, but I'd already been going for 25 minutes.
So that's another lie.
What?
Oh, man.
How you going to say that?
This shit ain't adding up.
When did you throw the phone on the bed?
Exactly. So, hold on one second.
Man.
But I can't say in his defense though. I ain't trying to defend him.
No, let me finish.
I mean, you just sound like he was laying it.
Let me finish. Let me get to the point of what I was trying to say. So then you're lying again, saying that you were doing it for 25. Then why wasn't the tape 25 minutes, sir? These are all lies. And then he says, whoever his assistant was, Greg, whatever, he was like, Greg was the one who, the good Samaritan who cut it off, nigga.
Why is Greg there?
Listen, guys, listen. That's why it's another lie. Because if you start, I do this, I know this by Whydbee knows this because we go live on Instagram.
I don't think I heard the Greg shit.
Hear what I'm saying? You cannot go live on a phone and end it somewhere else. You can't do it. So unless the nigga, wait, can you?
Yeah. So if I go, like you
if I go live on my phone right now, you can end the live from the computer.
It would stop.
Well, do you have if you had a social media manager?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
So I won't even go there with
maybe
that.
Greg is.
But then what he was doing, then he started like bragging about his performance.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird.
I was like,
that was
why?
crazy.
Like,
it was
do know
real
that you broadcasted this to
demure at
5.4 million people.
It was 6,000 people.
6,000 people
watching.
And you're talking about your performance?
I was laying it down. I was like, what is happening?
That's weird to me, bro. And I don't know why he even moving like that. Nigga, he might get canned from ESPN for that.
You
Paul
think
Pierce,
they might?
They might.
That's Disney.
They fired
That's
Paul.
Disney,
they fired Paul Pierce for being in his house with strippers. But they
that
was just
video
dancing.
that Paul Pierce had was weird. I'm sorry, Paul
Shannon
Pierce.
Sharp's video was better in some way?
No, it's just he wasn't seen. Paul Pierce, that was weird.
But the way that you heard him, I don't know if I want to hear sports analysts from this nigga no more.
It's tricky.
All I'm going to hear is Michelle.
Yeah, the Michelle thing was.
And there's like I
They can't even talk about the WNBA no more.
I'm gonna put this thing in you.
I think that he should be reprimanded for celebrating it afterwards. I get it. You like it. Just,
I don't even know that. I just don't. Because I don't even know that
Very
there's any way to reprimand him, because at the end of the day, even if he gets fired from ESPN, he has a big ass platform, so he's gonna be fine. I just think that it was wildly irresponsible, and I just don't know why you did it. Like,
I'm telling you, the economy is obviously down. What is going on?
Yeah. Oh,
and that's
could have did a lot of things.
That's the thing that I don't.
Popular. This was not.
You know what? Unfortunately, I don't like for Shay. Because I
but
say
he got Club Shay Shay though, so
but that's the thing.
It makes sense.
But even with the Club Shay Shay,
you the new Wendy Williams.
That's what I'm saying. He used to be a really respected.
No disrespect.
He used to be a really respected. No, she's being honest. Like he used to be. He used to be a real respected sports analyst. Now you just be, and like I don't hate on that conversation with Kat, man. Get 1 billion views. I don't care, but it's like it wasn't a positive conversation. I don't care who was having it.
I'm saying he's moving into the gossipy blog area. He could,
And so
what's that other Jason Lee?
Jason Lee.
Oh,
Jason Lee is a very popular. That is a very popular lane, y'all. Like at the end of the day, this is money.
Right. Yeah.
That's why Zeus Network be trillions of dollars for girls to get beat up. They don't even got a storyline. You just get punched in the face. But people love it. So he moving down a smart lane. So to me, this makes sense for his brand.
What's your take, Fatima?
I think on his
Let's hear your take.
I don't want to say on my take.
Hey, I just jumped out the window. You better jump with me.
All right. Well,
blame it on the ADHD.
Think no disrespect to him, but he don't give me full straight man. I'm sorry.
Wow. So this was a beard move.
I think so.
What's he giving?
I think that he
roll up that weed, bro.
He is a very well-spoken man. He's a very smart man. I think his marketing tactic is tight. Mm-hmm. But some of the things he does, I'm like,
what are you doing that for?
He giving a little sis to me.
What, with the bag?
Something gives me like, like,
why
girl.
You do your shoulder like that?
It's something about him. When I see him on TV, I don't never get like, I be getting like, yes, bitch, what did they say? Like, he be like, what they say, cat? He got the voice, but he still got the
sound.
So even when he was caught on live, he was like, you know what I'm saying? I
told you I get it in. You
like,
sound
ew,
like a nasty old guy.
No, it sounds like a man that is eventually gonna come out and tell us later that Michelle was indeed a Michelle.
Oh.
Michael,
go ahead, say it.
She was born Michael.
But see, that's the thing, and like my biggest thing is like, why do people care so much? Even if that's
it's gonna make him money. The more that we care about his sexuality, and now that he really making us think about it more, he know what he doing. It's called Hollywood.
Can I ask you this question? Do you feel this is a bigger question on the scale of? Oh wait, is it 12:40 yet?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
2 minutes.
Okay, we got it. Oh, let me call
2
my
minutes.
She's ready. Hold on a second.
Oh, you got to call somebody?
Nigga, you a big question.
Shannon Sharp is he know what he doing, y'all. He finna get money off us. The new show finna be called "Did He Do It?" I don't know.
Did he do it?
Hold on, guys.
Did he do it?
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on.
Hello.
Hey, are you ready? We're about to bring you on the air. Did you get the link?
Yeah, I'm about to click it.
Okay, click it, and then we're gonna bring you on. My daughter.
Okay, then, Kira.
Yeah. Hold on, we gotta have a quick conversation because we have a big announcement. So,
shit!
Gotta bring my baby girl and shout out to Dae. Shout out your daughter. It's Dae One's
shout out to
daughter's
my daughter.
birthday.
So today is
round of applause.
Today
It's
we're both girl dads.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Today's my daughter's third birthday.
Oh,
love you, Kai. Yeah.
And my daughter's birthday is in 2 weeks, and she'll be 19. She's a sophomore at Howard.
Howard, good school.
HU, you know.
So that mean I got a built-in babysitter.
Oh yeah, all day, every day. Are you ready? Is she in the little holding tank?
No, she's not here yet.
She not here yet.
So we got some big news, and I told her, I said, hey, I want to interview you about this, but for like 10 minutes on the show. She was like, all right, Dad, I'll make some time for you.
It was a lot that happened this week, Shannon. And then Trump said that the cats and the dogs is getting taken.
Getting taken and eaten? We had an earthquake this morning. Did y'all feel this earthquake this morning?
I didn't feel it this morning.
Y'all didn't feel it?
I didn't feel it.
Hold on, what's going on, Whydbee?
I'm just waiting for it.
It was a pretty big. I woke up out of my sleep.
That's what everybody said.
It was pretty big.
It was 5.1. That is pretty big.
Yeah, it was. I was like, dang, should I get out of the bed? It was one of them. I was like,
we just had one like that.
Okay. Right? Yeah, we did.
Is she there?
Damn, we can.
It's been hot.
Is she there? Whydbee or no?
No.
Okay. So no, let me tell you. So I've always, and I just said this off air, and I don't be trying to say this shit like as like a dark omen or nothing, but I've always had a vision of me laying in my bed and a fucking earthquake coming and the floor collapsing. Believe me, and I'm just like, fuck. Like
I don't think it's gonna. Don't they build the buildings that for?
I don't know, but I was in my bed
new
this
ones
morning.
they do.
They build them for regular sized people.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Stop.
Bitch ass nigga. So I'm laying on my back and I'm just looking at this because I'm like getting up for the day and like the whole shit starts shaking. I was like, oh shit, is this it? Sacramento.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah, where you from?
Chicago.
How long you been here?
13 years.
I've been here 15. It'll be 15 on October 10th.
Okay.
Chi-town. Chi-town.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
What part of Chicago?
I'm from the South Side.
The South Side of Chicago.
South Side.
Okay. I used to go to Chicago.
Was it as bad as it got like post?
No, that's always has been. I don't know why they make it.
Woo, bruh,
it's been bad since I've ever. I think Obama made it shine more light on it.
You just hopped
That's to be honest. And to be honest with you, it's not as bad as it was prior. I think when I grew up, it was weird, but now it ain't.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Kiaran.
What's going on?
Unmute your mic. Your mic.
I got her unmuted.
Oh.
Hello. Hold on.
Hi.
Hello.
I hear it through the TV.
I can hear her.
Hold on. Say something.
Hello.
There we go. Hey. What up, kid? What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I just got a class. How are you guys?
We're chilling. We're chilling.
We're good.
I wanted to let everybody know we were, you see, I got my HU shirt on. I wore it for a reason. We got some big news in the family today. I wanted you to share it live with the audience. Why don't you tell them what the big news is?
Okay, the big news is. Oh, I'm sorry. I can hear myself in the background. It's kind of messing me up.
It's okay.
But I'm going to keep going.
I told you to put your iPods in, your AirPods. But go ahead.
My AirPods? Okay.
Picture. Okay.
So the big news is I tried out for the Howard Gospel Choir on Sunday, and I found out yesterday that I made it.
Hey, round of applause! Hey. So you gonna be singing in the choir?
Yes.
So this is crazy because we were having this conversation this morning. Kiara always sings around the house, but she never proclamative says, I want to work on an album. But you really you're really taking this thing seriously now, huh?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Hold on, your phone is breaking up. Your phone keeps breaking up. Do you have Wi-Fi where you at?
I do.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so are you excited about this? When do the rehearsals start and all that? What's the next step?
So they said that they're going to let me know when the membership orientation is. So I'm not 1,000% sure yet, but yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm super duper proud of you, man. How's everything else going? We'll make this brief for you, but how is everything going in year 2 versus year 1 at school? What would you say the biggest difference is?
Everything is going pretty smooth. I just say that the biggest difference is I'm more prepared coming in than I was last year. I know exactly what I want to do, and I know how to manage my time wisely with classes and different things that I want to get involved with.
Kiara, you are the most amazing child, man, and you make this parenting thing look easy, man. I know you're busy. I know. Is it Soul Food Thursdays today?
It is Soul Food Thursday. But Soul Food Thursday.
All right,
Sounds good.
So you're about to go do your thing. I won't keep you too long. I'll call you when I get out of here. I love you to life. Thank you for making time for your
you're
old
so
man
beautiful,
show.
and congratulations, girl.
Yeah.
You sound super intelligent. For
Round of
your age. I'm
applause to
get
my
your-
baby. We love you. I'll call you later. Bye. I'll call you later.
Oh, that's good. You obviously doing a good job.
Yes, it's my baby girl. Shout out to her, man. She's out there killing it in college. And I'm just happy that she's finding the things
That she
that
wanna
she
do.
connects with, man. And,
Early in life.
That's
too.
beautiful.
That's
beautiful.
definitely
That's
a
wonderful.
big deal, man. So back to what we were just talking about. I wanted to ask you a question about this. 'Cause I watch a lot of your stand-up. You talk a lot about relationships. Do you think men and women will ever figure it out? I feel like society is very divisive, and it's almost like we're just against each other. We do these fucking stupid shows like popping balloons just to shit on people in their face. It's so ridiculous. Do you think men and women have a fighting chance? Because when I see Judge Mathis crying and like being sad and like I be like,
Mathis and
nigga,
his
don't none of us
wife, right?
niggas. This is my theory.
Divorced?
Huh?
Is he getting divorced?
Yes,
I
and
thought
he's
so,
65. He's been married for 40 fucking years. He looked like he
Yeah.
can't operate a phone.
He probably, he probably don't. His wife was doing all of it.
And he just looks sad. And I'm just like, if that's a nigga who quintessentially looks like the role model of a black man and he tried everything. And
Okay.
they broke up. It wasn't, unless they're lying, they said it was no cheating, no criminal acts, no dumb shit. He just didn't spend enough time with her.
Okay. This is what I see now.
What do you see?
You gonna wait till the end of this nigga career?
Hey, we don't know. We weren't there. We don't know how bad or what she could have been dealing with for how long.
Right.
That's the problem, I think. I think, well, for starters, I say this. I think a lot of us have a bad perception of what we think relationships are.
Right.
I think that's where they're going. Like, especially, and I'm no against this my women, but somebody said this recently. I think a lot of women have an idea of what we think our man is supposed to be, and when he don't be that, we like, he not good.
What do y'all want us to be?
See, that's the thing. That starts within. That's what I'm working on now after this last relationship that I've had. I think it's very much that I need to really tap in with me and be like, what do I want that makes me happy? And now I'm gonna tell you what I'm experiencing. And I think a lot of people and women need to hear this.
Okay.
I think that when we go on dates with men, we got to keep in mind that a lot of men are just showcasing what they want you to see about them in that time. In other words, for me, if I tell a man I'm into art, I like this, I like that, he finna take me to all them places. Because he know that's my interest. But when we together, he don't like them places. So we never going there again.
He's only going because
So
he's
I'm going to be
incentivized.
upset though now.
Right.
Because what you painted to me is what I wanted to be with.
Damn.
And now that I'm with you and you only play the game now.
It was bait and switch.
I'm sad.
It was bait and switch.
But then that's where the problem come in. And then when she started being like, well, all you do is play the game. What happened to this dude that you was? He like, all you do is complain.
Right.
That's
And
the disconnect.
It's a crazy conversation.
But the reality of it is, when you go on these dates, for me, I know now that they're like giving me their representative. So you have to figure out a way to break the representative down early.
Now, I'm glad you're saying this, right?
And that goes both ways.
So let me just so just for the makeup of this conversation, right? We're on a date, right?
Okay.
So let's just say this is what I suffer with. You don't smoke, right?
No,
Okay,
you're
cool.
fine. You
is
can
it,
do your
is
thing.
smoke gonna bother you? Because
No,
I can do
I'm
it over
fine
there.
to live.
Okay, so cool. So this is what I suffer with. I already have fear of abandonment off the rip, just because of life.
You got ADHD. I'm sick of you.
That's
And I'm going to diagnose
That's
you.
independent of everything.
Because we have that. We are
I'm
very
afraid you're going to leave me. I'm afraid I'm going to piss you off. I don't want to do that. What's happened is in my life,
it's called an anxious attachment.
Right. That's what?
That's right.
A what?
It's called an anxious attachment.
I don't know what that is, but you can tell me later.
It's a book. I'll give it to you, baby.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about it. So
You can read it.
This is where I suffer, right?
Or you can audiobook it.
Like much how okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll listen to it. So much like you just said, I don't want to hide who I am. Because you're gonna find out eventually, right? So like much how like you said, most of these niggas that take you to an art store, I'm the type of nigga on the first date, tell you everything you need to know because and then that kind of hurts me because sometimes a woman will look like she's drinking out of a fire hose because I'm just like, let me tell you all because whatever's gonna make you run, let me just tell you now because we can save ourselves a lot of time.
Now, I don't know if you should pull it out on the first date.
And that's what I'm trying to ask.
You overwhelming the bitch.
Whydbee, can you stop for 2 seconds, please? I'm trying.
But you can tell her.
Hold on, but what I'm saying is this. Then when? When do you tell somebody?
Slowly tell them.
And that's what, because then what my fear is, I don't want to get 6 months down the road.
Well, I ain't saying wait that long.
But what I'm saying is that I guess where my fear and what feeds the anxiety of being abandoned is that I feel like I need to not to maybe walk you into this water instead of me just, and it ain't like I'll be trying to just give you reasons to walk away, but if there's real things that are happening here that I probably should tell you, because even if my behavior starts to predicate what I am, you might not understand that. You see what I'm saying? So if
you gotta wait till something occurs for her to experience this. If you tell her out the gate, she gonna come up with her own idea of it in her mind.
Right.
So you're gonna allow her to neglect it.
And
you gotta let her feel what's happening first for her to see if this is where, and that's on you to be able to deal with if she want to stay or not.
And I think that I've scared a lot of women off because I'll be on the first day like, look, man, I went to rehab twice. I'm bipolar.
No, don't do that no more.
But what I'm doing, hold on, I'm glad we're having this conversation because I had a really weird interaction recently, and I'm glad that we're having this conversation. What I'm saying is this: I'm not trying to do it to be like for some weird proclamation of anything.
Right.
I'm just, if we're trying to get to know each other, I want you to know who I am. It's just like I would tell you my favorite color or what I like to, I like to rap at my job.
Okay, but you said you liked the movie Pursuit of Happiness, correct? Okay, let me give you a sign from that. Okay, he didn't go into the interview being like, look, man, I live in the bathroom with my son, and this is what's going on, and I got $5. They would probably look at him funny and not give him the job. He went in there, and he knew what was going on in his life, but he knew how to handle himself in a way to get that job first, and then slowly be like, look, I got this going on with my kid.
Can I get the lighter, sir?
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
No, but see, that's the thing, though, and I guess my fear of abandonment.
It's called a job interview.
I know, but I think my fear of abandonment makes me feel like if you find out something about me that you feel like I didn't tell you early, then you're gonna leave me. I'm really doing it.
Now you got to work on that with you.
I'm trying.
You got to do that with you.
No, but my thing is like I don't want to feel like I'm gonna get penalized for not telling you who I. Just like how you said, niggas will. Let's just use your example. A nigga will tell you he likes art when he obviously doesn't like art, right?
Right.
My thing is this: I don't want you to find out I don't like art in this example of what we're saying, but we're talking about these things that I come with. I don't want you to find out because it's still hiding something. He's still hiding his real self from you. He doesn't really like art. My thing is, if you go confront him 8-9 months in, like, motherfucker, you don't really like art, I'm out of here. My fear is I don't want you to be like, motherfucker, you got a bunch of shit you didn't tell me, I'm out of here. It's the same. It's just the same thing.
But my thing though is that everyone doesn't deserve to know you.
Okay.
So
that too.
So
you don't want to waste it on the wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't want to put too much out there too early.
And you don't want nobody to. This is another thing I feel like for us who are honest about our mental health and honest about certain things, you also have to be very careful about who you tell that to because they will use it against you.
They'll weaponize it.
My last relationship was very much that, and it was a very unsafe space for me to talk about what I had and how I received things. They didn't do nothing but use that to manipulate me down in the end. So you also it don't matter. Even if this person seemed like they down for you and you could get into it, they could still.
And that's
why you got to get locked in so good with you and what's going on with you to where you're like, oh, okay.
That's what I did the last year.
You don't want to feel crazy in the end.
I hate that.
Because that's going to push us to the edge.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah. I don't want to be on the edge.
No.
I don't like it there.
It's not good.
It's slippery.
It's slippery than a motherfucker. Okay? You can fuck around and slip into jail. Now, jail is
and then they don't want to hear shit about no mental illness. Sit your
crazy ass right here.
Yeah, with these other niggas. But we all crazy.
But for me, I think I don't blurt it all out in a sense. Now, here's one thing that I do run in a lot as a woman in entertainment and the lifestyle that I have when I am dating. I do chat slowly in a way. I don't tell anybody on dating apps I'm a comic out the gate. I wait till you get to sit with me, to have dinner with me, and then I'm about to tell you about my life. Because most men are really like, it's a tougher world for women in comedy.
Fatima.
Really?
Because we don't live a normal life where you like, oh, my woman finna go to work from such and such to such and such, and then she gonna be at home. So I know I know she pretty, but she finna be in this motherfucking club with niggas all night till 12 in the morning and tell jokes.
Fatima, can I tell you something?
Not every man wants that.
Can I tell you something? I think that it's very, very important for you to keep that ability that you have right now in an incubator because you're a superstar off rip. And so I say you might have another 12 to 14 months of being able to not have people readily look at you and know who you are. So then what happens when they all know? Because this is what I run into. I'm not no famous person, but a lot of times if I was say to be on a dating app, they know me. And so now I'm dealing with something else.
Exactly.
Are you here for Anthony or are you here for Doughboy?
Yeah.
Are you here for the money you think I got or you really like me?
Right.
I
had one of those. As soon as I got on a date, okay, big money, I got to clock out. Dang. I got to clock out.
You will be amazed how much bread motherfuckers think you got because they can see you on the television screen.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, nigga, let me show you this account.
Yeah.
So when someone hits you up on a date that you're, that you're getting to know, like, what do you tell them that you do? Like, if you, what's your line of work?
I tell them that I'm a comedian. And like,
so
I do tell them once we get on the date. It's not on my bio.
Oh,
because I don't want you to go and look and try to know prior.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Because sometimes I do be feeling like I be on the wrong side of logic.
Okay.
Right? So you just said, no, Doboy, you just can't tell them all out. So when would you say is a safe...
For your mental health?
No. I'm just for anything that is... Just whoever I am and just things that I should disclose that maybe I don't disclose in the very... what would be... And I'm ballpark it, of course. But what I'm saying is mental health, alcoholism, childhood. When should this come out that you know this? Month-wise? 6, 9 months?
Okay, for starters, out the gate, you don't have to tell them you a comedian. That's a whole out the gate another thing outside of what?
That too. But a lot of time with me, they be knowing it. So
then they need to know what they walking into. You got a podcast, you might hit the stage, you might leave, you might get on TV. Your whole life ain't never gonna be.
I don't just be sitting down like that.
No. So that's out the gate.
But as far as the personal stuff though, the stuff that I wouldn't tell every woman.
If you like her enough and now she started being at your house,
so tell her within about 6 months.
I think it's time to talk about it.
About 6 months.
Earlier than that.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess this is the thing that freaks me the fuck out about dating as a whole. Mm-hmm. Because now, and really with just like the last couple of years too, and like losing some really good people that passed away that were way younger than me, and it fucks with me. Like, man, life ain't everybody don't make it to 99 and retire at South Beach. So it ain't like I walk around paranoid with a death wish, but it's just like, man, I need to live with a purpose.
With purpose.
I just turned 40, so I just turned 45. And as much as August 21st.
You look like a 12-year-old.
Hey, I'll take it. So the thing is though, is that as much as I had a lot of dreams to do a lot of this special dope shit that I've been blessed to be able to do, I always had a dream to be a husband. I always had a dream to have a family. I love my daughter to pieces, but I've always had I wanted to have that full-time thing because that was just something I really wanted. And the older I get, it makes me paranoid. Like, nigga, you're 45. You're about to be 50, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nigga. Then
well, you live in Los Angeles.
I get
it. Give yourself some grace.
No. But the point of what I'm saying with all that is that's what gives me the sense of urgency to try to be so. I'm not trying to just.
I'm in that same boat. We all are in a space in our careers where we know where it's at now. So now we like where the regular shit at.
That's what
we know we finna go to the pod. We know we gonna hit the stage. Now you trying to go home and talk to somebody about it. That's where I'm at.
You know what's been bothering me lately? That I haven't had a period in my life where I just cut the grass in the back. And
you're not gonna get that in LA.
But I need that. Because
I don't know if we gonna find bitches like that here for you.
But that's the simplicity of life.
These hoes is trying to be stars.
And they're trying to get rich off of you. Mm-hmm. And it's just I've had a girl try to put a baby on me, like lie to me, like you got a baby. It's a lot of weird shit going on now. The DNA says you're a liar. Like it's weird. Like so.
Okay, then I think this is when you got to look at the big picture. How you want this to look? It's never gonna look the way you think it's gonna look. Though
I know, right?
This whole thing we created in our mind, it ain't it.
That's what I learned, and I learned that even like
the success
I thought that what would make me happy was $100 million, but
no, that ain't gonna do it
the craziest shit was the moments that I had the most money in my pocket. I
probably the
saddest. I was crying. I didn't like life. So what I found in life is that it's,
you know how true that it'd be fun as hell, bro. What is that?
Because it's just life. It's just your
living with no money.
It's responsible. It's bullshit. I just see so much bad shit happen.
I know.
I see so much divisive bad shit happen when money came to the picture that didn't happen when we didn't have it. So it just almost makes me. I don't want to say it makes me not want it, but it just makes me.
I want to ask you this question though.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm sorry if I've been talking too much.
I get. You didn't tell me the diagnosis, so you safe with me. This one date you gonna be all right. I'm like, have you, outside of your mental health, have you tapped in with maybe things from childhood that trigger you?
Absolutely.
That make you feel a certain type of way about certain women? Have you really walked into that?
Yeah, absolutely. Even like the relationship with my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, me and my mom are dope. Like, shout out to my mom. And she came out here for my birthday a couple weeks ago. But just, our relationship could have been better. And that relationship.
You think that's what creates this fear?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's
what I'm saying? And then, like, even to where I was just talking to the bro offline about this, I was just like, I don't have a ton of quality relationships with women. Like, that aren't romantic. Like, I'm talking about what I have, like, me and my sister, like, we're cool, but, we fight like brothers and sisters, too. So we go at it. You know what I'm saying?
How long was your longest relationship?
7 years with my daughter's mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how to be in a relationship.
Yeah, and that's what I really want. I want to be a husband.
You think that relationship was healthy, though? Was it healthy?
It was with my daughter's mom. It was healthy. It was. And she, and we...
Was it on and off?
It was very on and off.
That ain't healthy.
Wait. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. No, the relationship was not healthy at all. We weren't for each other. No, but the reason why I say that, though, because we're best... I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This nigga was like, yeah, it was.
I don't know,
like,
man.
And I don't know.
No, what it was very bad. You know what I'm saying? But we not bad.
But
like
y'all
that.
was growing up,
right? But the reason why I always look at her differently is because we made a decision very early on after Kiara was born that okay, fuck this relationship. That's just not gonna work. And like we're best friends, and so we're the best co-parents.
Okay.
Like we're just so cool. Like I don't even never.
So
have
you
nothing.
never outside of that had another relationship longer?
No. Then 7? No.
Yeah.
No. That
well,
was
after that, it wasn't no like, oh, I was with her for a year.
No, I know. Oh no. After her, I was. That's when I had the 84-day marriage that was wrapped into a.
You really was married for 84 days.
I promise.
This nigga didn't even make it to a 90-day.
No. So let me tell you.
I thought you was joking.
This was in
90-day trial.
This was in 2015. We got married on 7-Eleven back in 2015. We for the reception, we went to the house. I bought a big ass bottle of fucking pineapple Amsterdam. We had a barbecue.
Ew.
And this was the season premiere of Power. We didn't make it to the season finale. We didn't make it to the season finale.
I'm about to get in your bed. Why you marry her? What happened?
I'll tell you. I feel like she's an amazing woman.
What did she patch
she's
up
an
in
amazing
your life?
woman. So what she was everything for me before everything. Like, you know, and I knew her from Sacramento. She was dope. I never had nothing negative to say about her. She was who I was with on the come up. But we had fucking bullshit in our relationship that we weren't gonna be together.
You see how men do, ladies? That's why I was like, what was she patching up?
She was helping fix. Like she was.
Because men to choose a bitch real quick to be like, oh, I love her because she be pouring into me like this. Men do this all the time, ladies.
She was my friend from.
You was sad for a couple hours. You was like, she's the one.
Nah, see the dope thing about her was
feel good for 84 days.
I met her when I was in LA. I had linked back up with her, and like you know when I was in LA. But I knew her from Sacramento.
Y'all be depressed dating. I'm sick of men.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about y'all.
Like, I'm sad.
Let's talk about y'all. Let's talk about y'all. What? So
I'm so sick of this.
So okay, I want to know.
Men be on this. Y'all be depressed dating. I know too many women be like, I got married.
You don't think y'all be depressed dating?
I definitely don't depress them.
I'll be thinking y'all don't be having yourselves figured out nearly as much as y'all think.
I'm different. I feel like when I'm depressed, I don't feel good about myself. So it's hard for me to like be outside.
Sense. Oh, let's get into your backyard. What's your longest relationship?
I moved to LA engaged.
But how long was the relationship?
We were together 7 years.
Okay, that was your longest too?
But before him, I was with someone for 7 years as well. I'm a very much relationship woman.
So you get that.
I had a long relationship out of high school all the way into college. And then after we broke up from college.
So how many serious relationships in the whole? Two.
Because it was my college sweetheart.
And what happened?
We were together for college. He went to play basketball overseas.
Gotcha.
We are still great friends.
My first girlfriend, she went to college. She went to Xavier. She cheated on me.
I don't know if all that happened. We just went separate ways.
Oh, yeah. I was just giving you my story.
We still cool. I see him every time I go home in Chicago. We both be like, high five, nigga, you did it.
So it just didn't work, but y'all still cool.
Yeah, we was young. We just went to different colleges.
And then the second
And then I went to college again, and my fiance that I moved here was from college.
Okay.
And we moved here. And then when we got here, it was just like, it wasn't a bad thing to happen. It was more of, we just grew and knew we didn't want the same things. Like my career was going where it was going, and he was like, I don't know if I want to be with somebody that has this type of life. Right. And he was going in this direction. And then he was like, I don't know if I even want to live in LA. So he moved and went back to his hometown in Seattle. Boom.
Wow.
And that was that. And then after that, I had like relationships, but they were like only like a year long. And so my before this last relationship, my previous relationship before that was incredible. We were together for a whole year. We traveled the world together. We learned a lot of shit. He just got a job in Dallas. And I was like, I have a whole career in LA, so we did the long distance thing as long as we could, and
damn. Sometimes it's just timing, no?
Damn.
Yeah, best person ever. He took me to see Beyonce in Paris.
I think healthy breakups are good.
That sounds like a sad breakup, though.
It was very sad. It was mad sad.
It sounds healthy. Mad sad.
It
was a really, 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 really hard breakup.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because our ending together was we broke up, but then he had already bought me tickets to see Beyonce in Paris, so we ended up going to Paris together.
It's like a breakup.
We knew we weren't together anymore.
But was it a good trip?
I had a wonderful time. He took me to see Beyonce in Paris.
Like, niggas in Paris.
I mean, I would never forget. He was such a great boyfriend. He texted me, if you could see Beyonce anywhere in the world, where would it be? And I was just like, I picked something lame, I think. Boyfriend. And then he was like, how about France?
Dang, you might need to call this nigga.
You know, it ended well, but it was another terrible man thing. He apologized for it, but whatever. Man, y'all were so wild. It was a great relationship.
I got
right?
a horror
Let me tell you what
story.
happened. Let me tell you what happened. So we broke up respectfully with each other and was like, you live here, I have this career here, it's fine. Everybody was like, okay, cooch. We was gonna go to Paris. Get to Paris, whole thing. He started crying and being like, "Oh, I want you to come to Dallas, and I really miss you." This is during the strike, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I should do it, whatever."
Right.
Get back to LA, and he was like, "Oh, we should talk about the moving, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool." We sat down, and then I ended up finding there was another bitch. He had already started dating somebody.
Well, he was lonely in Dallas, so
that's the story that I got.
Wait.
Capping for niggas,
And
bro.
the story that I got.
I ain't capping, but what I'm saying
Capping
is,
for niggas. That's fucked up.
And then, so I was like, dang.
We gotta hold men accountable.
We spent 10 days together in France. He took me throughout the entire France. I saw Marseille, I saw Cannes, I saw Saint-Tropez, everywhere.
Nice.
We went everywhere. This man crying in front of me.
Now watch this, Day. Watch me make a point.
airing them out.
And then we get to LA. He's like, "Oh, I got this other girl."
Day, let me stamp a passport to where we're about to go.
So I was like, damn.
So let me ask you this.
okay.
As angered as you were when you found out,
I was mad at her. I don't even know.
Would the outcome have been different? Let's just say 2 weeks before you guys left, and he just pushed aside for Tima. Listen, I got these feelings for you, but the last thing I'm gonna do is fuck this up with you. I got this chick I've been dating off.
I would have appreciated that.
And I don't know where it's going, but listen, but when I'm out here with you, I'm gonna be with you. I'm not trying to say I'm on no funny shit, but I just don't want you to get that any other way than me telling you this.
I would have opened myself up to someone else.
And see that to someone else?
Yeah, and he had me.
So you would have left him? Oh,
no,
wait.
there was a track record of how he was paying. Okay, let's go down the whole road.
Let's go to rap. We broke
up we broke up fine. Everything was fine. Nobody was weird. But when you break up with somebody, you don't stop talking to them like that. So in my mind, I allowed myself to be like, he's in Dallas, you're here. You have to program yourself, bitch, to let it go. And I did. So I went to New York. I really got into my comedy bag after this breakup because I was mad at her. It was like, damn. So I went to New York and I went with my homegirl. I stayed there for probably like almost a month. Whole time I'm there, he calling me. Whole time I'm there, how's it going? Whole time he's still
even though you had trained yourself to not care.
Whole time I can't wait to go on the trip.
Right.
Whole time I found this for us to do. I found this for us to do. Da da da. He got me in my mind like, okay, I don't know if we done or what's going on. And my homegirls are like, bitch, y'all finna get to Paris and fall in love. Like, so my mindset is there.
Right.
So if he would have said there was someone else, I would have been like, oh, I'm just going to see Beyonce. I wouldn't have gave up my trip.
But then you wouldn't have probably just been so turned off by the situation, like, nigga, you out here.
No,
lying.
we would have never been fucking holding hands and fucking around the whole time.
So that's that's what I've learned, Day, is that women respect honesty a lot, and we don't have to lie.
And I would have probably been like, why is you crying in this hotel lobby?
We don't have to lie nearly as much as we do. Nigga could just be honest. And they respect that more. I've learned this because I had a girl tell me this one time. She was just, this happened like 4 years ago. I was like, telling her, like, yeah, man, I really want to be with you. Da, 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 da. She was like, nigga, you don't have to do all that. Like, I want to fuck too. You can just say that.
Yes.
I was just like, she was like, I hate when niggas do what you're doing right now.
That shit is the shit.
She just said it honestly. She was like, and she still let me fuck, but she was like, nigga, just chill out.
Chill out.
And then when I learned that, it was like, you can just tell a woman that a lot of times, nigga, get into a relationship just because you want to consistently fuck her when you could just say, hey, can we pop? Niggas do that all the time.
All right.
And you could just be honest and be like, hey, you want to fuck?
This. Let's tap into my last situation then. Do we want to get in?
Let's go.
It's go time.
I'd rather that.
Okay. So after that relationship, I was like, all right, this
roll
is
it up, Whydbee.
It was wild.
Ooh-wee.
So I like we separated our ways. It wasn't a bad breakup. I maybe had some words for him, but it wasn't like that. He moved to Dallas. Everybody was there. Whatever. Okay. So fine. Career's going well because now I'm pouring really heavy into that. I'm doing that. So I meet someone before I go to Paris. This is another comic.
Okay.
All right. I dated a comic. I meet him at a bowling event. And we kind of vibe, but I was just like, I had just had the breakup, and I was like, I'm still going to Paris, so I don't really know what the hell is going on. But he was going to Paris, so that was our connection. So we started.
The comedian was?
Yeah.
No, hypothetically?
No, he was really.
No,
he was traveling there before, but I was going. And so our conversation was, I was like, oh, I'm going in June. He was like, oh, I'm going in April, right? Gotcha. So that's what got us cool. And he played it cool. He wasn't like an extra. He was like, he followed me on Instagram. We started talking. I want to make this a quick story before it's bad. Anyway, we going back and forth. I started sending him places. You can take your time. We're not rushing. Okay, I was like, I started sending him places to go in Paris. He started being like, you should check this out. Meanwhile, I knew I was single. I didn't know what to expect with my ex when I got there. But I'm like, I'm feeling dude, whatever. Anyway, we do all that. I go to Paris. He go to Paris. We talk about it. Finally, he comes back to LA because, he's a traveling comic. We go on a date. And it was cool. But he had lots of drama that I didn't.
Like what, baby mama or some shit like that?
No, he had dated a lot of other comics and they had fault. And
what made you want to date a comic anyway?
I had never dated one before.
I don't know that I could date
I never dated one before.
What's up with comics not wanting to date comics?
I had never dated one before, and that was against my rules. And I was like, but
Damn, it's a rule.
The situation, because I was always like, that's a bad place to, if it don't go well, then what happens?
It would just be weird. We'd be
it was good.
Punchlines and shit. Like,
now, that's
what if she funnier than me? What if she cleaning me up?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what happened. You got to watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel
the whole time. Talk to me about it.
Okay.
You're funnier than this guy?
I wouldn't say it like that.
Right.
I would say that what I experienced was like, this was some wild shit.
Damn.
It was a beautiful relationship. I don't want to be negative. It was great in the beginning. We definitely really had a lot in common in more ways than just comedy.
Mm-hmm. Why you keep laughing in the background?
Which was great.
Mute your mic.
And we were good. But once the relationship started really rolling, I think he really didn't know who I was, maybe.
And why do you think that was?
I think that there's this thing with the male ego in comedy is when you see a beautiful woman in comedy, you just like, oh, she just want to be funny. You don't really think like, oh, that bitch do comedy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think he thought maybe that, and then our problem, he was good. That nigga did good. He played the game for a while. We moved in together.
Oh, nice.
Had you done that?
How many of these niggas this is after Paris?
This is after Paris.
Okay.
This is like maybe 6 months after, because I waited some time before I dated him. We didn't wait enough time to move in together though. We moved in together 10 months in. We was moving way
10 months in and you moving in.
Too fast.
You don't normally go that fast.
No, but we was vibing.
It felt right. It felt right.
It definitely did, and like he was pushing it because we both were at an age where we were talking the same way you're talking. We both were like, we got our careers. We both know where we at because he's very successful, by the way. And he was like, oh, and you're not like a newbie where I have to worry about you on countless TV shows. Da 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 da. So we vibed. When I tell you the Netflix fest. Nigga, I ain't never seen no shit.
What happened? Whoa, what the fuck? Hey, don't blow anybody's cover here, but tell me what the fuck happened. I'm dialed in. Turn the clocks off. What the fuck happened in Netflix Fest?
All I can say is somebody that I feel like I'm quite intelligent.
You are.
You
are very intelligent.
This was one of these things where you like, okay, what the fuck just happened? He would put 2 and 2. He was so supportive. And then we got into the fest and it was like, boom, like, I feel like we was
at war,
competing or some shit.
Let me ask you this:
we was in the crib like, how many shows you got, nigga?
Right.
And he was like, and I was like, well, and that was never my like.
Did you just steal my tag? Whoa.
And I ain't never seen him be on that before. So it was like for me, I was uncomfortable because as a woman, I'll tell you this: I grew up with all brothers too, so I do understand the concept of letting a man be a man. So I'm carried that way. So I was doing that, but he wasn't really receiving it that way. So I was like, ooh, bitch. We stuck here. We live here. And this nigga
I can't escape it.
What do we do?
Fuck.
So
it got dark.
We had some shows together. And he would go up and then I would go up. And then one show we had that happened. More people ran over to me than they ran over to him.
Let me ask you this.
And then it got weird slowly.
Does the tribe that you run with know you guys are a thing or nobody knows?
Everybody knows.
And so they know.
Everybody knows now.
And so everybody knows when your set's over and they run to you, they know that's your nigga and nobody's running to him too.
At that show, no.
Okay, gotcha.
We were doing a cultural show that was more not our culture.
And so you're getting more attention at this thing than he.
Yes. And during the fest, there were a couple places, like if we would go to certain clubs, he'd be like, they not letting me do. And you just running around and leaving me. And I'd be like, we're comics. Everybody's walking around. So let me tell you what ended up happening. It had me like, oh my God, bitch, what happened? He was so supportive. So during the fest, I would do my set. I'd be happy about it. I would go up to him like, so what do you think about XYZ? Because I thought that's what we was on. He'd be like, yeah, whatever. But who was the nigga that came up to you after the set? And I was like, who? Because I don't be like, I don't know. He's like, oh, the nigga was over there. And I was like, I don't know him. He just said great set. And he said he was from Chicago. He'd be like, would you tell him that we was together? And I would be like, I can't because I don't know him. How do I tell him?
Why would
I don't know how to introduce to strangers.
I'm Fatima. This guy over here.
And then after that, it was, well, who is this on the stool? And who is this over there? Who is this? And then every day it got worse and worse and worse. And then at night, I found myself feeling literally like a battered woman, nigga. I did. I would come home being like, how do I avoid an argument? How quiet can I be? How much can I not breathe loud so he don't know I'm here? But every night I would come home, he would be like, you be in everybody's face just smiling and da-da-da-da. And every time we be in this place, you just run off and leave me. And you know what? That joke you did is not that funny. And your set is okay, but you need to do this, that, and the third, and this joke is only good, and that's not this, and do you like my friend such and such? Because when he come over, you be laughing at his shit, and I feel like the last time such and such was over here, you was sliding down the wall laughing, and then and then it was like, well, I knew these people already prior in comedy before we got together, and they knew me already, and this is how we already talk, and this is how our bond already look. If you was trying to make it to where you wanted your woman to not be available to men, you should probably not date a comic then.
Shit.
So that would go on, and then the night of I'm gonna share this story. The night of the incident. It was an incident. Okay. The night of the incident was
dun dun.
Next level. Okay, I'm gonna paint this picture first before I tell you how I responded.
Okay.
Before moving in, my lease was up, and he was like, "Oh, you're always at my house because
Whydbee, check your text.
Because you have I work down there." And I was like, "Okay, I'm always here." He's like, "So you should move in." And I was like, "Okay, cool." During the moving process, I sold my refrigerator, I sold my TV, I sold my desk, I sold everything out of my apartment. He watched me sell all this shit out of my apartment.
Okay.
While I'm selling all this shit out of my apartment, I'm finding out that he's telling his friends behind my back he's unsure of our relationship.
Whoa.
He's never sharing this with me. The more that I sell things out of my place, I move in and I'm there. I've only lived this man for 2 weeks. Within the 2 weeks, after the whole Netflix thing, we have a night where he's just like, I got to take care of you. I got to take care of my mama. I got to take care of all these people. And I'm like looking at him like, you don't take care of me. I got a job, but I've been here 2 weeks. Okay. So I try to diffuse the situation because that's kind of what I've been dealing with. He gets up. And he like starts going off on me like, you don't never want to motherfucking take accountability. He gets this close to my face and he claps in my face and says, you don't take no accountability. I don't know what happened, but some shit clicked off in my mind. It was not a bitch that I usually was, and I converted. I converted into something that I don't usually act as, and then we got into it, and he runs out of the house. He leaves out of the house. He leaves. Excuse me. And then I contact him like, where is he at? He takes the keys. I have a show that night. He has still not given me a key to live with him. So it's 2 weeks in. He takes the keys. I can't get to.
How are you getting in the house? He just had to be there.
He had gave me a key fob to get in the building, but he would leave the door unlocked. It was a really weird control tactic. That's more of a long story that I don't have time for. I'm trying to make this quick. Anyway, he takes the keys. I'm calling because I have a show, and this was something that was a pattern that had been already going on. The controlling of when I could do shows, how I could do shows, and where I could do shows. That's part of the story. Anyway, he never answers. When he finally answers the phone, he's like, I'm at this girl house who live in the building. This is a woman that I had constantly been seeing around. He had claimed it was a friend, that I kind of had that women intuition. I'm not saying they were doing anything, but it was very awkward for me that he was always making me feel like I could never even breathe around a man. Yet you had this girl in the building that was like, also she had keys to the apartment. So when I could never get in the apartment when he wasn't home, she would open the door for me, by the way. But this is another story and another day. Anyway, to make a long story short, I snapped y'all and I trashed a lot of shit in this nigga crib.
Wow.
I broke some PlayStations. I broke some TV.
You went to number 10.
I went to number 10. A bitch levitated up off the ground.
Wow.
Because in my mindset at the time, I was like, if I gotta go home to nothing, nigga, you finna come home to nothing. If I gotta go back to my apartment with no shit in it, you gotta go back to your apartment with no shit in it.
Oh my God.
That's what the fuck we own.
Oh my God.
And that's how that ended. And with that being said, that's how I ended up in front of the psychiatrist being like, yeah, so I might need these drugs. I could be bipolar. But you know what the therapist and psychiatrist told me? She said, no, ma'am, I think you just was not the one to fuck with. And you going to go ahead and take these ADD meds and just learn to not be around people that do that to you.
Oh my God.
And that's that.
Jesus, Fatima.
Wow. Yeah.
That is deep.
Listen,
I didn't. Now listen, I'm not condoning saying people should do this. I was definitely.
I just.
Afterwards was like, wow, wow, that was wrong. That was wrong.
In all seriousness, everybody, I just want to thank you for being comfortable enough with.
Oh, I have no shame. I talk about this on stage.
Okay, for sure. I just was like, that was just deep. I was like, shit.
I talk about this on stage. I have a.
When's your next set? I'm coming. I'm pulling up.
Man,
I'm pulling up. This is.
I'll be out of town, but
okay.
Yeah, but I
next
talk about
time
it
you're
on
in the city.
I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, my comedy is always for people to relate and to learn something from me. Let me be your catalyst to tell you what not to do in a funny way.
I think I've learned a lot today.
No, but that was my moment of being like, oh, ADHD rage is a fucking thing. And like, if you not with the right person, you fuck around, and here we are.
Wow.
Jesus.
She went up.
Yeah.
Oh.
She went up.
No. But hear me out.
I hear you.
After that, me
Yeah.
being normal, I called him. I was like, my bad, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was tripping. Here go the money. Pay for all the shit. And then he made a podcast about
You
it.
broke his PS4?
The 5.
The
Like,
5.
You broke his PS5?
Not the 5.
Well, I mean, at the time, I was just like, you're not gonna clap in my face and let me move into your apartment and let me lose all my shit and act a fool. Well, somebody got to get a lesson. And I ain't willing to wait on karma this time, so here we are.
Is the weed ready?
The weed's ready. The weed's
I
ready.
mean, and I here's the thing, and I know men would probably be like, "Oh, that's mad crazy." Yes, I'm okay with that.
Man.
Yes,
That was
I snapped,
deep.
nigga.
That was deep.
Snap.
Okay, all
That
right,
was very- that was
listen.
very deep.
Hold on, we got
Damn,
about
man.
we got about 12 more minutes.
No,
we
we
good.
still-
Somebody
more
got to
time,
tap in.
bro.
What you think?
We
I
still
told you what you
8
was
more
diagnosed
minutes.
with.
5 more minutes.
Nah, man, that's
You
just
ain't got
great.
nothing. I mean, you can say it's crazy. I'm okay with that.
No, it wasn't crazy. I mean,
no. What I'm saying is that you are an amazing storyteller. Like
Yeah.
I just was,
Yeah.
I was just kind of captivated.
Thank you.
And I've done. What are we on? What episode is this? 190.
193.
This is the most captivating conversation I've had so far. So if I'm just a little taking, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
I
drink
got
it
him
up.
to stop
I'm
talking,
trying to
y'all.
drink it up.
You
'Cause he be
did.
talking.
You got him to stop talking.
This motherfucker
I
ain't
just-
speechless. When you get Doboy speechless,
I was still trying to give Dallas
Listen.
his flowers. He was like, "Nah, Dallas fucked up, bro." Like,
Shit.
No, Dallas was a great boyfriend. Dallas was an
yeah,
incredible boyfriend.
that's why, like, me, you need to call Dallas, man.
I think he just did what most men do,
Y'all
you
just
know.
freshly broke up.
Yeah.
He in a new spot. He found a new little chick.
Yeah.
He liking her, but he really love you or whatever.
Yeah,
And so he
it's
like,
fine.
that's why he
He
crying.
apologized.
He
We
ain't
moved on.
crying
It's
just
all
because he
good.
like.
No, the crying was, I miss you and I want you to come to
Yeah.
Dallas. Meanwhile, he had another bitch. That's
Let me
weird.
ask you this though.
That was weird.
Because
YDB, the weed, possibly?
This could have been crazy though. But if he
Bizzle.
took you to go see Beyonce in Paris,
Mm-hmm.
and he took you to Paris, y'all have this boom boom. If he would have proposed to you in Paris,
I would have
you
married
said
that man
yes?
in a heartbeat.
You would have said yeah,
Damn.
and you would have moved to Dallas.
Absolutely.
Damn, all he had to do was propose.
He was a great boyfriend.
Wow.
It was just distance.
I don't know, man. I think you need to call Dallas.
I feel like he did you a
No, I
favor
feel
by
like
not
it's over
telling you
with
to the
now.
end.
You think it's over now?
Well,
It's been
time
6
has
months.
passed.
It's been 6 months.
No. I was dating
I'm saying, but you
someone
know,
else.
but
after
you know what I'm
that.
saying. After,
And after this particular situation,
Yeah.
I don't want to date anyone.
okay.
Yeah, after trashing a place, you need a break.
No, listen, no, it's okay. You had a moment of vulnerability with me.
No, you know what I learned about
I
it,
can-
which was
I can have a moment.
incredible. I learned that there was a lot going on in my personal life at the time, and when you have a lot of that going on, unmedicated with ADHD, it is not the vibe.
No, so
I
let me-
was carrying a little too, like my mother is going through dementia. I was really nervous about moving in with him in the first place. I had this fest on my back. It was a lot going on at
a
the
lot
time.
of pressure.
Right. So no, and I hear you. So no, let me,
And I would say this though, to be like saying in a relationship, I did a bad job of expressing to my partner at the time the things that I had going on in my life. He showcased to me that he did have anxiety and all kind of issues with depression, but I never showcased it. And I think I didn't because I thought, because I wasn't talking to a psychiatrist, that I could handle all that shit that I was doing, because that's what I've been doing my whole life, being a strong bad bitch, carrying shit, doing shows, trying not to, and then boom, I got into a situation with somebody that I was unprepared to understand that, hey bitch, if you get married and you got all this shit on your shoulders and you don't express this to your husband, this kite is gonna look. So to me, I looked at that, that's God setting you up so you can see, so when you do meet your husband, this will not happen.
right. That's why.
Boom. So they look at it in the end, we winning.
We winning.
We winning.
Everybody's winning. And I could even speak to just the like.
You all right?
I had this is crazy, man.
It was. I got
I
him
wish I could
speechless.
tell you
He's
what's
like, he don't
happening
know what to
right
do. His brain is trying to find some shit.
This,
Like, what do I say?
what I would say is this. I had a moment, you know what I'm saying, when I had a rageful moment.
Yeah.
And I beat up my house.
Yeah.
I punched
It can happen.
holes
in
in
the
a
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
I threw a TV out of a window.
Yeah.
So
now
I-
those are signs of bipolar, but you got to do a bunch of times. This was my first time.
I was one and done. I just did it.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
and I-
you might have ADHD.
But that might be rage, right?
No, but that
ADHD rage is a consistent
I had never
thing.
done it in my life, and I haven't done it since. I punched through it. That's like me taking my. And the crazy thing is, because I remember doing it.
It's like the Incredible Hulk, huh?
But it's like when I did it, I didn't even process that this might not let my fist go through. Like if I would have did that, I just would have broke my shit.
See, I wasn't doing shit like that as a kid, but I was.
No, I never did it in my life ever to that day.
No, ADHD rage is normal for me.
Oh, okay, so you done that before.
That's why I was able to be diagnosed with that situation. Because when I brought it to her originally, what happened, their first thoughts were, "Are you bipolar?"
Right.
Because bipolar is a manic episode for you to respond that way.
Right.
But then when she was asking me, "Have you responded like this to anything else in life?" I was like, "Well, no." This was the first time I ever trashed a place.
Yeah, and
she was like, "Well,
no, so
what is it?" And I was like, "Well," she asked me other questions about my childhood, and I was like, "Well, when I lost a basketball game, I would throw the motherfucking ball all the way across the street, or if I did something, I would maybe throw the bike or whatever." So there was a pattern of me throwing things as a child.
You know what's crazy? And
So she was like, boom, okay, ADHD rage.
I don't know if I just had a revelation of something in my life that I never kind of understood about myself, but you just made me identify something in myself that I dealt with in my childhood. Now, while I never did that, because I was never presented with the environment where I could, like I couldn't throw, so I would like get hit or something. But what I would do is like I would just like stop and just look and like, I would just overly process everything in my mind that I couldn't control by anything outwardly. And I think that at a young age, it just made me overthink everything.
I'm an overthinker, but that's not a result of mental health. That
But I just a being over.
What you could have dealt with in your family life.
Right. And that's
what I end up learning.
But what I've learned is even in whatever my mental health thing is now as an adult, a lot of time I get triggered by family things.
Okay, that taps into that situation too.
That's when
I'm going to tell you something, which is
loopy.
part of my joke. My mother and I have very similar relationships that I have with men. And that's because of the wound that I haven't figured out with her. I keep looking for in other people.
Okay.
But the man that I was dating was very similar to how my mama talked to me. The things that was going on in that household was a remembrance of where the fuck I came from and never wanted to go back to. The way he was talking to me of trying to control me, telling me what I could do, what's not good enough, That's what my mother does. So since I've already like healed my way out of that was triggering.
Right.
To be back in that position again.
Yeah.
That's all that. So that wasn't even his fault, really. It was really like you took exactly. So that was a triggering moment that I failed to see.
Right.
That I let myself be a part of. That I will never let happen again. But that's what that was. Wow. It was like the way me living there and him trying to make me feel like he got to pay for shit for me, or you ain't doing enough to this, or you could be better. That's very much nothing to my mother, but that's how she was growing up. She was always like, I'll keep a roof over your head, and you could do better in this in school, or you could do this. Like, first of all, I come from a family full of entertainers. Everybody in my family entertainer. My younger brother and I, we both are entertainers, so we know the world we come from is very much tough love. And now that we are grown, gone through therapy, he got kids, we live different. So when we be around anything to remind us of the shit we fought our way out of, we be ready to be like, nigga, let's do this. So, he's told me, like, I had to go through this with my wife. And he was like, really, the sad part about it is, he's like, I thought y'all was a good couple, but I think both of y'all got some traumas that neither one of y'all paid attention to and then moved too fast. And then boom, he was like, yours to his is he need to feel needed. You never made him feel needed. You was running around outside just doing shows and living your life, and that don't make him feel like a man, and you didn't recognize that. Jeez. And he don't know how to tell you that. Right. And so that's where that came from. And he didn't understand that you can't control every woman that come in your life. That's not how you make it work.
Right.
You hurting her by making her feel bad because you don't feel comfortable because of your own insecurities. He was like, y'all fucked up your own relationship by not paying attention to your own fucking trauma.
Damn. Wow. Your brother sound like a therapist.
Because me and my brother be on the same shit. Right. We be both trying we grew up hard. When I say hard, we grew up in the hard side of the south side, so we do have hella triggers. So to get married and him to have a son and he raising a son, and for me to be the woman you looking at, we had to do real motherfucking work. Like real therapy. So that's when I ended up with him, and the shit turned out the way it did. I was like, oh, this is you need to pay more attention to who you with, bitch. You don't move in with nobody after 10 months.
This is the thing that I've learned too, right? And I've learned this is just in relationships across the table. It doesn't have to just be romantic.
No.
But what I've learned is this, right? And this is like the real, here, Whydbee, it's the most dichotomous thought in the world, right? But it's just like, it's crazy to me, right? It's like we meet people and life is so weird like this, right? It's like you'll meet somebody and you just place whatever male you want to do it. But for the example that I'll speak, let's just say a girl that I was with, let's just say my ex-girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Just for example, it's like, you meet this person and when you meet them, you create this relationship with them, and at the beginning it's usually really good.
It's amazing.
And this person can do no wrong to you. You're like,
Right.
oh my God, I found a motherfucker that really gets me.
Understands
and if you've been searching for that,
Yes.
it makes sense because at the end of the day, the money don't really matter. You just want somebody who gets you.
Yeah.
Somebody that ain't gonna look at you like how everybody else. They be like, oh no, I get you. That's my motherfucking
Right.
nigga or whatever. So then when you start to build these great situations, you have all these good times. Then you might have challenges. There might be times where it's fucked up. But the crazy shit is in most relationships, when you scale it all down and you wipe it all down there, okay, let's just, because now I can start to look at things a little bit more analytically than emotionally.
Right.
So if we just take a bunch of fucking time, let's just say the nigga you're dating, whoever he was, let's just say whoever you put in that thing, but let's just say for this example, you dealt with the nigga for 10 years, right? And for fucking, when you weighed it down, 8 of them years were fucking just amazing. And then a year and a half of that shit was some shaky, weird shit. But then a half a year was some really fucked up shit. Niggas started being disrespectful. Shit was just, this is when the dog's teeth came out, motherfuckers got bit. This is when the ugly shit happened. And then we'll place so much emphasis on whatever that was that we gonna all just discount all that. Like, I didn't love you.
Right.
Like, I didn't tell you we was gonna have babies together. Like, we wasn't planning a fuck. And I get that we had some fucked up, and I had to do that with just regular relationships, like with motherfuckers like, all right, motherfucker, I hate this time
That's why
for
we
us.
don't make it, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, this is the thing. Now, I'm saying you shouldn't be with nobody toxic, and you shouldn't bring your life down. But my grandparents were married for 51 years. And if you think in 51 years
it was all
it was a good time, no. May had 2 houses, okay? One in the back was for him when he had to be back there.
And we live in a society. We live in a society when
It's
we
just work, and I think that's
a lot of people would just discard it, like, oh, I can't, or you made a mistake, I can't.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, then we just stamp that as what it is. And then I'll always just forget this little short. So what I've done, and I think this has been the best thing for just how I view life, I don't give a fuck who the person is, because then I've also lost people. There's people that I really love.
Well, you do understand that nobody that comes in your life is by accident.
I know that.
There's always something to
and there was
learn.
always a good purpose for it.
The only way to get to the next level is you got to learn, though.
Exactly.
Or the one of y'all are going to stay in the same loop.
And that's why
So if we both didn't realize what the fuck this was.
Yes. So,
I'm no, from both people.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, if he don't realize why his place got trashed, and if I don't realize why I trashed it, we going to go through that shit again.
Forever. Right. It's going to happen again.
You don't move on to the other thing.
We have to
y'all
heal
both
this
got to
shit.
see it.
We have to heal this shit.
Got to see it.
And that's the thing. So what I've learned, this is like just a better practice in life for me. I don't give a fuck who it is. If you're still alive and I had some level base of a relationship with you, I don't give a fuck about the dirty, ugly shit. We probably both disrespect each other. Cool.
And it's going to happen though.
That's
you
life.
change
But I
every day.
promise you, this is how I live.
Yeah.
I still remember that good shit.
Yeah.
Because I can't, if I get in that ugly
now,
shit.
you can still do that. There's a relationship there.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just like,
that's how it
and
works.
then I open it up because, like, you know what I'm saying, I can say this, like, me and my sister go back and forth, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we be beefing sometimes, right? But we had just spent some time where we didn't talk for a while, and that wasn't really like us to do it for that long. But then nigga coming later, we just chopped it up.
That's
like
real love.
Exactly.
That's real love.
And so that's just where I be like, it's so
but
like
a lot of our people in our generation don't understand that. We all have, men and women have this perception of what they think their husband or their wife's supposed to be.
Exactly.
And if that's what they think, and then you come around and you ain't that, they like, okay, I got to move to the next one.
Exactly.
That's why everybody is
And
just jumping around being like, none of these is working.
And this is all I'm saying
they're not
is,
realizing.
because I'm still not giving up on, I'm going to be a husband. It's going to happen. And I'm going to have unconditional love. And what people got to understand, when you sit there in front of God and you say, however you identify God, when you say it's unconditional, okay, then why the fuck are we tripping off this shit? Or you trash some shit like, well, okay, nigga, we can fucking fix these holes.
It's ego a lot of times.
Yeah, but sometimes when you get, because I had to go through a year of the ucky stuff when I stopped drinking.
That healing shit,
because
other shit,
you know what I'm saying?
baby.
So when I stopped drinking, I didn't have the Band-Aid no more. So I felt everything. And I was just like, ouch. But then when you could be like, okay, and then you can start to be it, so then you can stop moving like this, because what we doing is we bleeding on people who didn't cut us.
Yeah. Well, going back to what you were saying earlier, I do have the same thing. I have an anxious attachment style. And a lot of that has played a part in my relationships of how overly emotionally I respond. Again, like I said, I'm very grateful for this situation. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, this is so wow.
Right.
And it was with a comic, nigga, your life is over. Right. But it has been the greatest thing that has ever happened to me ever. Man. Because it has really, I'm untouched. Nigga, I feel bulletproof after this. And the nigga made a podcast about it afterwards. Damn. And the whole comedy community was like, nigga, I was walking around like with an S on my chest. Niggas was feeling like how she looked this good and still hitting the stage and don't give no fuck, because that shit made me see me. And you know what it made me see? Oh, bitch, you don't care what nobody think of you. You confident in who you are, even when you fucking up. And then when you get that, nigga, you gonna be all right. That's all I'm saying. Because I know what I needed to learn from that shit. I needed to learn that you get really too over emotional with the wrong people. You don't allow yourself to like set boundaries. You don't allow yourself to say some shit when it's actually happening in the moment. You let that shit slide, and then the next day you mad. Don't do that. Then you're gonna trash the place if that happens. You can't do that. You got to say you hate it in the moment. It's just, it's just certain things. And I think also, looking at a man differently. I look at a man so different after this. I don't know if I want kids or a husband yet. I'm still on the fence. And what I mean by that is I'm not saying nothing negative about men, but I am understanding who you guys are. And I know now I cannot change you. And I cannot walk into this trying to be like, oh, girl, I'm going to be the one that's going to stop him from. No. I know men are men in general. Y'all are going to always have this territorial attitude. It ain't going nowhere. Y'all going to always have this certain way you are. And I have to understand that. And I think seeing this is like, okay, do you want that, Fatima? Because the lifestyle that you've chosen to have, what type of husband is that going to be? Mm-hmm. Because you up all night in the club till 1 a.m. Most men don't feel comfortable with that. They don't. And if you have kids, what does that look like? The husbands don't be in the... I got brothers. They got kids. They not in the house with their wives like that. They not. Like, my brother has a son, and he be on tour. He be on Rolling Loud. My brother's a DJ. He's Rolling Loud, and his wife be home with the kids.
We would love to interview him. We have a music... No,
He's in town all the time.
A lot of times we do music. We've been talking this all time, but this is the greatest conversation ever.
So I watch him, and I'm like, his wife is great, and they have a great relationship. He's a wonderful husband, but, like, this is just the dynamics of men and women. And I think women need to understand that, and men do too. It's a dynamic that we have to fit into regardless if you want to. Right. So if you want this shit, you're going to have to bend a little bit. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. What I experienced with him wasn't all the way bad. I just think the way that I was raised and the career that I have, I'm far too much of an independent woman now. And I need to really go back and look at myself and be like, what does that look like with a man? I don't think I realized that. That's why a lot of women be fighting. Like, he trying to do... It's not. He doing his regular man shit. We just... Now, women are just outside with jobs and shit. And it's just different. But he wasn't. He was really... I think it wasn't bad things that either one of us were doing to each other. It was a lot of non-growth. He wasn't looking at... He had a woman who had a career. He was like, I just want a wife.
Right.
Some men be like, I want a wife. And to them, that's just... I need her to be there. That's what that means to them. It doesn't mean do something.
Right.
It don't mean I need you to be successful. I need you to just be there. Some men have that mentality, and if they see you as successful, they're attracted to that because that's what they're attracted to. But then they go on and try to form you into what's comfortable for them. So that's what he was doing. It wasn't negative. It was just, I would rather you be in the house and maybe have my kid and I have a great career, and maybe you do a couple little things, but I don't know how I feel about you being too much outside,
too accessible,
and too accessible. That makes me feel uncomfortable. And then you being a comic and being so freely in the things you say, because you know how we are.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna always talk like a church girl. I'm gonna say what the fuck is going on outside, and that may make you feel like, oh, well, will she do this because she said that on stage? Is that her? That's why I don't tell men I'm a comic right away. I might be on the set that happened.
You're gonna be famous in a year, Fatima.
But what if I'm on that set and they watching it and they like, what happened?
Fatima, this is.
Or they might watch this and be like, she trashing places. What's going on?
Let me tell you, this is.
You got to be careful.
Let me tell you, like, first of all, round of applause, real quick.
Yeah.
Listen, Fatima, listen. Let me tell you something. This is just my thing, right? Clock's ticking, man. You're gonna be famous like super quick, like
it's kid.
I've been seeing you like doing your thing, like I really just sat down with you the other day, like next door or whatever. So, but like I had to do my research. I had a bunch of other questions I was supposed to ask you.
We've been talking, baby. We've been getting our chat on. What's the question? What'd you find?
Hold on one second. I'm
got the docket.
What'd you have?
I just had a bunch of things to,
Well, pick one. Ask me one that you didn't take.
No, because I feel like we have so much. We got gold, so we're good.
So much.
But this is what I'm saying. No. Well, I'll get that. But this is what I'm saying. Damn, I just be forgetting my thoughts.
You got ADHD. I'm finna. Let me tell you something. I'm about to text you after this. I'm like, would you go back?
No, I gotta have a sidebar with you after this.
Because you might really. You don't have bipolar disorder.
No, I'm so
sorry.
I need 5 minutes after this. But yeah, we'll talk. But
I'm sorry to break it to you.
Okay, I'll just ask you this last question, then we'll get out of here, and then we'll play one song. You're stuck on an island for a year.
Okay.
You can take 3 things with you. I'll let you know. You tell me what your selections are. You can take one artist's whole discography, and let me give you the caveat: if they do films too, you can take their movies too.
Mm-hmm. One artist can come with me.
Yeah,
I gotta take 3 things.
Not the artist, their music. You can take their music.
You said 3 things.
I'm gonna tell you that too. I'm gonna tell you one at a time. But the first thing is, whose music are you taking to be with for a year? And if they do movies, you can take the movies to like Tupac or Will Smith.
Dang, I gotta pick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking Kate Renata.
Kate Renata? I'm
very
not
smart.
That's
Ooh, it's my shit.
Very smart.
Put me on. I'm gonna listen to some Kate Renata today. Okay. Then you get to take one actor's filmography or actresses or actress.
I'm taking Eddie Murphy.
Ooh.
Every
Because you get all his comedy specials.
Because I'm a big fan of Coming to America.
What's your favorite?
Life.
Is that, you get the songs?
Those go in rotation.
What's your favorite Eddie Murphy production?
Coming to America.
Your favorite,
think?
3.
Well, I mean, he got a lot, but Coming to America's on the list. I like Norbit. It was funny to me.
Really? Okay.
Years later, it's really good.
It is.
And then I would take Life is the shit now.
Gotcha.
That was
Okay.
And
Eddie Murphy, the pop star?
Last one is this. Genre of food. So it could be soul food, Japanese food.
On the island?
Yeah, no, but you...
Because I'm smart. I'm like, what's going to refresh?
No, they're going to bring it. They're gonna bring it.
But there's food on the island already,
food on
right?
the island, but
There's
it's
already
But I
food.
would bring, what I want to bring?
And carbs don't matter. So you can do Mexican if that's your thing. Even though I think...
Is food on the island already?
No. Only the food that was going to populate with the genre. There'd be a cafeteria full of it every day. But I be feeling like Mexican food is just the same
tacos.
thing.
I would bring tacos.
See, Mexican food just be the same thing. Tacos or burritos.
I would do sushi. I'm a big sushi man. Sushi
So
and
which
tacos.
one would you want to do for a year? You want to do sushi for a year?
I could do sushi for a year.
I know this place over in the valley. They got all you can eat, but they make it fresh.
That's fine.
And they got ramen and everything.
That's my
total
vibe.
experience.
I'm a sushi taco girl.
I'm a sushi. I thought you meant like a taco with
Well,
sushi.
I like anything with a
sushi
taco
slash
truck.
taco.
You know, back in the day, I had a sushi burrito. It was all weird.
That seemed weird.
But it was
crazy.
fire though.
That's some LA shit though. They
It was
love
fire.
fusion shit.
They like
out
to
here.
fuse some shit.
Put
All
some
right,
shit together.
Let people know where they can find you. If you got any shows, if you want to plug them, now's the time.
I run a show bi-monthly at the Hollywood Improv called Cozy Energy.
If you ever want to book your boy,
You want to come through?
I would love to.
We are back in November. We haven't picked a date yet, y'all, due to our both busy schedules. But I run a great show called Cozy Energy. It's Beyonce inspired.
Okay.
Bi-monthly at the Hollywood Improv. You can catch anything about me at Fatima Talia on all my social media platforms. I'm always on TikTok going live. I'm a TikTok girly. So you can find out all about my shows there. And I'll be in Chicago and New York and Atlanta coming up in the coming years.
and we got to collab on some stuff, man. I see a Doughboy Fatima collab.
Come on. I'll be trying to do all kind of
I
shit
love
out
her
here.
accent.
I love her conversation. I love her conversation.
Very Chicago.
I love your conversation.
That's probably why they was like, come
The way
talk
she
to
say
Doughboy.
that, she say that real.
That, yeah.
So listen, we're going to get out of here. We're going to play one
Yeah.
song before we go. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Morning Cup of Dough. Thank you for this amazing round of applause for Fatima for blessing us with such an amazing conversation. We will be back on Monday. So we're going to play one song before we get out of here, and then we'll be back on Monday. Special announcement. We will still be going Monday. We'll be going 12 to 1:30, but we are moving to our new time slot on September 30th, and then we will be starting from 9 to 10:30 PST every day. So please vibe with us. And guys, please, we're trying to grow this audience. Please start sharing the video, telling people we just are building this as organically as we can, and we give the best, amazingest conversations, whether it's 2 people or 2,000, but we need some more eyes so we can get some advertising.
I hear that.
So we're going to play a song, and then when the song stops, we're going to get out of here. Can you pull Doadelic? Yes, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna play one song. We got over 120 songs. We were supposed to do a song.
That sounds like you told me.
Next time.
Okay.
Because to be honest, can I apologize?
Yeah.
Because I've been having, because I'm just moving right now.
Okay.
Back to my mental health thing briefly. I think I was having separation anxiety from where I live because I've lived in the valley for 15 years.
You like it that much out there?
Really?
I just don't like
Where you
change.
moved to?
I don't like change. Right up the street.
I live up here.
Oh shit, we're
I'm gonna
neighbors.
tell you what.
Wanna go to
It's
Runyon?
fun up here.
Snap.
It's mad fun.
Okay, I'm scared.
It's West Hollywood.
I don't know no neighbors.
I live by Runyon. I've lived over for 5 years.
I'm gonna tell you off camera. We might be really close.
Yeah, you probably are.
We might be neighbors. Okay, so but my point of what I'm saying is I got my keys on the 10th of last month. I ain't moved shit in, but I ain't moved shit in. I'm scared.
Why?
I think it's been a whole month.
I resist change.
That's good. This is good.
Okay.
You need to be around here.
Got you. Hey, and I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not gonna ask anybody, but even people out there, because people who I know that are in a shit like this told me this.
What they say?
Apparently, I need a money tree, but I can't ask you to
like
get me a money
spiritually?
tree.
Yeah, you can't.
But if anybody that knows me on a personal level, if you see me and can tap me on the shoulder, if we're cool, I need a money tree apparently. If you have children and need a godfather, I want to be one. Let me know.
Okay.
I'm out there. So we're going to play Doadelic. Then we're going to get out here. What's your favorite number?
3.
We're going to do it on the count of 3. 1, 2.
Wait.
What?
Because we're going to, wait, when we, oh, we back on Monday.
Yeah.
What did you say?
At what time?
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So first of all, yeah, you're right. Okay. All right. So we will be back on Monday at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Why do we start a morning show at 12 o'clock, Day One?
Because niggas wake up late.
YDB. Why do we work Monday through Thursday?
Because niggas have a 3-day weekend.
Run the song on the count of 3. Unos, dos, tres, go.
Life is a jungle, gotta move through it. Being broke, I can never get fucking used to it. I gotta eat in the streets, bon appetit. Life is short, this shit be over with rapidly. I don't really give a shit if niggas mad at me. I'm a king, address me as your majesty king, though. Everything ain't always what it seem, though. Angel with a dirty face, trying to get it clean. Look, YDB lay it down, I gotta step to it. Fuck all of that talking, my nigga, let's do it. If we speaking the truth, I'm the best to do it. Morning cup of breath of fresh air, that's the movement. Yeah, that's the movement. I'm really one of them ones, focused on what I'm doing. Nigga, not what I done, I'm pursuing it all. Niggas know where I'm from, they praying on me to fall. I can never succumb to all of that fuck shit. Matter of fact, fuck you and all your assumptions. Believe what you wanna believe, cause it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I'm knocking down everything that's in front of me. 315 pounds, I ain't no little nigga. The jungle rules say you eat what you kill, nigga. Monkey ass niggas that get your banana peel, nigga. Stepping on it, see the red button now, I'm pressing on it. Any loss I took, I learned a lesson from it. That means all wins, no L's. A lot of people ran out of my life, oh well. I do this shit by myself, I don't need no help. Studio 26, that's the family. I'm predicting platinum plaques and Grammys. Cribs in Miami, LA and Texas. Doboy is reckless, so what he blessed with. Game that's infectious, don't disrespect this. Brain that's obsessed with pain and investment. Can't change objective, it's way too late to change the direction. Can't take the shortcut, can't take the exit. Way too invested, name is respected. I came to shake shit, hopped out the matrix, now I'm going ape shit. I'm not the type to tell you what you wanna hear. I don't talk about problems, I make them disappear. YDB be cooking up like it's kitchenware. And every day we make a fucking dish in there. It's more than a company, it's a vision here. I'ma speak it to existence, I'm a millionaire. Money over emotion, fuck how you feeling there.
Bye, 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 bye. We'll see your ass on Monday. Bye, 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 bye. Shout out to Fatima. Bye, 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 bye. It's the morning cup of dope, nigga. Bye, 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 bye. And we'll see your ass on Monday.